Oh my God, we were absolutely to the second on time. Hey, hello everybody. It is Brune. Today's date is Sunday, March Smarch, the 2nd, 2024. 2024? 2025. I'm Brune. Spring is almost here, everybody. Spring. I almost put everybody back a year then. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, I'm boomering already. I'm boomering. Shall we get the guests on? Come on, let's do it. Okay. Oh, what a panel. What a panel this evening. Okay, yes, boomerang eggs. Cheers. First up, the channel's very own astromech droid. It is Professor R2.
Oh, lousy smarch weather.
Smarch, yes.
Yeah, that's a shout out for my Simpsons fans out there.
Yeah.
How are we doing tonight, Brown?
Yeah, not bad. Was it Smarch was it the 32nd or 31st? I don't know.
I don't remember.
It was a typo, wasn't it? Smarch. Yeah. I'm not bad. You
good? Yeah. All right. Yeah. Who else we got on tonight?
Shall we get him on?
Yes.
Okay. And hey, it's your buddy. Should we let him on?
Yeah, I figure we have to.
Okay. It is Leslie Headley Lesland himself, Price of Reason.
Hey, what's up?
Hiya.
Hey.
You all right, pal?
I'm good, yeah.
Oh, do you know, it's great to have you on, mate, you know.
It's great to be here. Who else we got?
And on that bombshell, should we get the next?
Absolutely. Let's go to the next person.
Oh, what a panel, everybody. What a panel. Oh, she's the queen of this channel, Texas, Shire and land and all that. It is Rennie L.
Hello there.
Hello there. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not bad.
Just following the crowd here. Do we want to get the next guest out and keep it rolling fast?
I think we do, yes. Okay.
Do it.
I'll give you a clue, everybody. I'll give you a clue. Any guesses? It's a tricky one. No? Okay, I'll give you another clue.
Is it shooty?
Not this week. I'll give you another clue. It's shit. Anybody?
Swappers?
Well,
oh.
I was going to say, you're already here. I'm just kidding.
Hello,
I'm
Ed.
sorry. Uh-oh, Ian.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, hi.
Oh. You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. How's everybody doing? All right?
Not bad.
Yeah, good. Good. I have got some crisps today that I'm eating.
Oh, what flavour?
Cheese and onion, of course.
Oh, I could have guessed. Cheese
Oh,
and
man.
onion.
Find a different flavor, man. Mix it up.
It's the best, man.
It's the best,
Can't mess with the best.
Salt and vinegar.
No, salt and vinegar.
Salt and vinegar's the shit, man. What?
Worcestershire sauce.
Ugh. Now that something's wrong with you for that.
No.
We do have another, don't we, Brown?
There is another.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Sausage Fest this evening.
Not
is it,
today. Not today.
Look who's here, everybody. Oh.
Sweet Villeg!
Way! All right, Babs.
Bienvenidos, muchachos.
You all right, Babs?
Hello, Mr. Brown.
Oh, hi, Babs. You're right.
How are you?
Oh, better for seeing you. You're right.
No, you're too kind.
It's great to have you on.
It's fantastic to be here.
Oh, honestly, the pleasure's mine.
The pleasure is all mine.
Wink.
Shall we say good evening, chat? Hello, chat. We can see you. Hello. Yeah, rare occasion. It's 4 blokes. Is it 4? And 2 beautiful ladies.
Mega Geese got the sandwich going on down there.
Yeah.
Mm.
He got a beautiful sandwich.
Yeah.
It's my cheese and onion Sammy. Hi.
Hi, everybody. Should we get some slides up? Should we get some slides up?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do it.
Somebody in the chat the other day said this channel sucks.
I wonder
Was
if
it?
I'm-
Dare they?
No.
It wasn't.
Was
it
it
wasn't.
Shooty?
No, it wasn't my dad either. It wasn't him. But I thought, okay, we're probably doing something right. But anyway, okay. So, episode 264, Musings, Sunday Sucking, March 2. Oh,
That's a
look at-
good new name for the Sunday
Sunday
stream.
sucks.
Yeah,
Sunday sucking.
Sunday
Sunday
sucking.
Sucking Sunday.
You will attract a
Yes.
new crowd or more people. They just won't
Yeah.
realize that
Possibly.
it's not what they thought it was when they get here.
Oh, look,
Instead-
the legend. there.
Instead of it's shit, it sucks. How's that?
It's sucking hard.
You
Sorry.
wouldn't be allowed to call the program it's shit, but it sucks. Perfectly
Yeah, definitely.
acceptable.
Yeah, definitely.
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 Please like, share, subscribe. We got a couple of subs and then they all disappeared again. So I would anyway. Memberships are open. Donate, etc., etc. I hope a new
Ooh.
episode dropped this week. Did it?
I think it did, but I didn't get a chance to see it. But yeah, I think there's 4 out now.
I've seen
Yeah,
all
I've
the
seen it.
episodes.
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it.
I've seen all of them until now.
Go on, Ian. No spoilers, by the way.
I'm
no
really,
spoilers.
I'm really liking this. I didn't. This episode that's passed was the weakest out of the 4, because I hate it when shows do this where they go back in time.
Oh,
So what essentially it's done, it's made you interested in what's happening, and then suddenly when you think what you're interested in is going to be the next episode, they suddenly throw a curveball and go, right, we're not gonna continue with that storyline. We're gonna go back in time and tell you what happened. You're like, oh, for fuck's sake, can I
what do
just
you mean, like Huey Lewis?
no? You know what's
Oh
interesting.
my God.
What's interesting about this is they did this on Reacher episode 4, and they also did it on Severance as well, which is interesting. So, yeah, so there you go. So, but
Well,
I'm still enjoying it. I'm still enjoying it.
Was it okay when it went back to flashback though? Was it still okay though?
No, the whole episode is devoted to this flashback. So that's the thing. I hate when they do that in series where
Okay.
you're following people and suddenly they do this thing and you're like, oh, I have to wait till next week to find
Well-
out what's happening. Do you know what I mean? So
Let me
Yeah.
ask you this, because I've only just watched the first 2 episodes of this season. Is it like one of those things where it starts getting, to the point where you're about to find out like what the fuck's going on in a certain part of the story, and then boom, the next episode's flashback, and you don't get to see what you thought you were going to see this week?
yes,
Okay,
that's
yeah,
exactly it.
that's
That's
aggravating.
exactly it. Yeah,
I
it
forget
is
what
aggravating.
series did that to me, but I'm like, damn it! So I get that.
Well, that was a staple for Lost. I mean,
Oh,
that
yeah.
was, that was
Big
just-
time.
Yeah.
And then the flash forwards too. That was monotonous.
Yeah.
Sounds
Anyway,
like too much
still
hard
good.
work to me.
No, it's
but,
still good. It's still good. It's worth your time.
Okay. Price.
Yes.
You were roboting. You all right there?
Yeah, I'm okay. I saw.
You watched
I saw
this week's,
I-
yeah?
Yeah, I watched this week. I kind of understand what Ian was saying. It's always kind of annoying where you're starting a season and you're 3 episodes in, and then they're kind of doing this jumping back in time to try to add context to a certain situation. I still didn't hate it. I thought it was all right. The one thing that I thought was kind of weird, and this isn't it doesn't ruin anything. It's not really a spoiler, but there's this part that Reacher, who's sort of, he's trying to make sure some people don't notice that he stepped away. He's like, oh, I went to grab some food, so they won't ask any questions for an hour. That just seemed really weird to me. That like bothered me more than the time jump back in time, because I feel like at the moment that he said that, if I were the people around him and I'd suddenly say I'm going to eat and I'll be back in an hour, it would seem really suspicious.
Smilex wrenched. Price is my hero. I have a shrine devoted to him in the spare room.
Ian,
think
do you
what-
know what I'm talking about with him going out for an hour? Ian?
I'll shut the fuck up.
No. I wanted to ask Mega Geek if he knew what I was talking about. That he's like, I have an hour to do
I
whatever
think he's
I
on
want.
mute. Ian, are you on mute?
He's on mute. Okay,
I'm
maybe.
sorry. Yeah. Sorry, I do understand.
Going well this.
Totally.
You know what I
understand.
mean? That
Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
like, I have to go. Like, don't worry, I can be here for an hour because I said I was going to eat, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
Brown said no spoilers.
That's not a
That's not a
spoiler.
spoiler.
That doesn't
That's-
ruin anything
That's
about
not a
anything.
spoiler.
It would have been if they'd have said what meal it was, but it didn't.
That's not a spoiler, though. It's not a spoiler at all.
No, it's not a spoiler. Ian knows. I added nothing around it. Only whoever saw the episode would know why that would even mean something. But I
Yeah.
think Ian would understand what I'm getting at.
No, totally. And they did. It's one of those things where they had to do it to actually show you, the flashback thing. They needed a reason to have that flashback thing. You know what I mean? So yeah.
What really they did it. I don't know how the book is set up because I haven't read this book, but I think that it probably, if they would have just done it chronologically, where the first episode shows whatever is happening here,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
like it jumps forward in time and just we're in present day, that would have made more sense. But then they wouldn't have like the strange reveal that like
Yeah.
things aren't as they seem. So they sacrificed one for the other. But now that they shoved this one in this episode, it's just kind of awkward.
Also, another thing, right, that really it didn't pee me off, but I'm not stupid not to notice it, is the girl that Reacher was, in the flashback, right? She was meant to be really intelligent and clever and stuff like, and handle
easy.
herself,
Easy.
Yes.
right? And first of all, she is a woman of color, but duh.
Easy.
Second of all, right, she's tiny. She's small. She is very small. And thirdly, she had a big ass. But anyway, let's just not go down that road. But
Yeah, but
Some
the
guys
best-
like that, Ian.
The best
no.
thing, no,
no,
the best.
no, the point,
the-
the point I'm trying to make is that if it wasn't for this woke era, she would not have been cast in that
Yeah, but Ian,
in that character.
I'm gonna pick
You
up
understand
on
what I'm
this.
saying,
I'm
don't you,
gonna pick
Price?
you up
I
on
understand.
this.
She
Yeah.
seemed
Can
beyond the
anybody
fact.
hear me?
No,
I will
no.
say
Yeah, go
I
on.
will say this. I just don't think was the best casting for it.
No,
anyways.
she wasn't. Yeah.
She just her acting was very like she seemed like she
Very
would play a
wooden.
high school girl or something.
Yes,
She
yes.
didn't convince me that she's even in the military. I'm not
Yes.
saying I can't tell you, I didn't read the book. I don't know if originally what the character based on her name, it doesn't seem like she was a woman of color, and that's just my impression.
Yeah.
I'm just gambling here. But if you already were going to go that route, it's not like they brought like the equivalent of Denzel Washington in like female form to be like a
Yes.
soldier here, and you're like, wow, this actor is like blowing me away with the
Blowing?
performance. It seemed like a miscast young
It
lady.
is. That's the point I was trying to
What?
make.
So you're saying the small female is blowing?
She
Reacher?
wasn't blowing me, Brown. She wasn't blowing me. That's what I was saying.
Yeah. Can I pick both of you up though?
If you can,
Oh, hello.
you can try.
Well, you start
The-
off with the whole how much do you bench, and then you come
The-
back with how much do you weigh, and
No,
that's how you
the
pick them up.
best, The best things do come in small packages.
No woman would say that.
No, hold on. So the point we're trying to make is that it's a complete miscast. It's the reason why she's cast there, and it's so obvious, is because of the agenda. That's fine. It didn't spoil the episode at all, but it just didn't feel right that this girl, she looks like she just came out of high school, and yet she's been in all these cases. And she was really intelligent. In fact, she came across as a bit of a Mary Sue until. But what I'm saying is that she's totally miscast. It's the same thing with that stupid show that I think it's Amazon or Netflix does it with the girl that was who played Lieutenant Uhura in Star Trek. She plays this soldier in this TV show, and it's like she's so skinny. It's like there's no
It's
way.
Lioness.
Yeah, there's no way.
Is it any good?
I've seen one episode, that was enough for me. There's no way that kind of person, that kind of size, would be able to do all the stuff that she's
There's
doing.
only one thing I'll tell you. Lioness, I watched the first season and then I kind of just dropped off. I forgot about it and never really went back to watch the second. There's one thing I'll say about Lioness that at least it has that, is that I rather like Zoe Saldana.
Yeah, so
Meaning,
do I.
I understand that it probably doesn't make sense that she would be that
Amazing
soldier.
in Perez thing. Amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, she at least, to my taste, I think she looks nice.
Yes.
And a lot of times, even when something doesn't exactly fit, if it's a woman that looks at least pretty good,
Yeah.
I'm willing to like
Yeah, I did.
sort
I
of
let it slide. Yeah, you're
let
right.
it slide. Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
it's certainly crossed my mind while watching the first
Okay.
season. It may be the reason why I didn't end up watching the second one, but
Yeah.
I like her enough that I watched it, even though it was complete nonsense. Yes,
But this girl,
this girl didn't bring anything to
welcome
the
to
table.
the Price
she didn't
and
bring anything
Mega
to the
Geek.
table.
You-
channel.
Right?
Didn't bring anything to the table. She
Just
looked
amuse
like a
yourselves,
toddler,
everybody.
and she didn't look like a soldier. And
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
just a number of issues there. I'm not trying to be mean, but you understand what I mean.
No, I know it's Sam. And also, Ian, right? If you ask us a question, you have to allow us to actually answer the question. Do you know what I mean? Me and Price are answering the question. So I don't know why you're having a go at us. We're just answering the question.
I never
right?
have a go at you.
I think
Yeah,
his
right.
point was you guys are just going on and on about this chick. I think that's what he was
No.
trying to say. I could be wrong.
No, we're just making a point. If you've seen Reacher episode 4, you would understand what we're saying.
Right.
have
I mean,
not,
this
so I
and
cannot
people
yet.
who have seen the episode know what we're talking about.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
that's all we
Yeah.
can say.
Yeah, we're stopping now. So there you go.
Have we done?
We're done.
We're done. Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else seen Reacher?
Only the first 2 episodes for me for this season.
Should I start watching season 1?
Yes.
Yes.
Dude, it's such a good show. Like season 2.
Well, then I got warned off.
You know,
Oh,
season 2 is still good. It's not as good as the first season, but it's still good. And this season kicked off with a bang. So I think it's pretty good, but to each their own. But honestly, like shows like this and Tulsa King, give me something to look forward to as far as entertainment goes, or modern entertainment.
Yep.
hi, Babs. You back?
Sorry, I don't know what happened.
I think you got bored of them too, which is understandable. Shall we?
Well, I went into the kitchen and made a sandwich and came back and they were still talking about it.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
You didn't miss much.
I'm open. So we're still recommending Reacher. yeah?
Bloody women. Sorry.
Yes, we are.
So
Bring it in.
we're still recommending Reacher, guys. Yeah.
Yes, it's good. It's good.
Okay,
It's worth
still
your
recommend-
time.
Yep.
Still recommending it, everybody.
Watch
Okay.
it or die.
Mm.
Sorry.
No, just watch it.
damn it. Am I gone again?
No, you're here.
Oh,
Hello.
you're here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm hoping
There
there's a
we
new
go.
episode of this week.
I have.
Yes.
I've seen it.
Still
Yeah,
haven't
seen it
watched
too.
it yet.
Go on,
What
Prof.
did you think of this one, Ian? This was
For
a
me?
very different episode. Yeah.
I was bored when I was watching this.
Yeah,
Totally,
like me
100% bored watching this episode. I was so disappointed because I so look forward to Severance, and thanks to my friend, I can see it. But what I'm saying is, this episode did the same thing as Reacher, where it went back
Oh no.
with information that we didn't really need to know or
Oh,
didn't care
no.
about. So I'm hoping that next week they get back to normal. But anyway, that's just my.
I
thoughts on it.
continue to worry when I see episodes like this that they don't have a plan and they're not going to stick the landing. These are the type of episodes that when I see them, it makes me feel uneasy. I feel like this
Oh,
season
dear.
has been a dip in quality from the first
has.
season. And now we have 3 more episodes, and they better be the best. If these
Yeah.
3 episodes now fumble everything and drop the ball, then this
Oh, dear.
series is going off a cliff.
Mm.
Yeah,
I
it was a very different episode from what we've gotten so far. It tells some backstory to some history between a couple of the characters. In fact, shows one of the characters that we have not seen from their perspective as up to this point in the show. So it had a completely different feel to it. This was the first episode directed by their DP for the show. So it was clearly there was a
Double
lot
penetration.
of yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Giggity.
She was clearly going very artsy fartsy with what she was trying to do with the episode, and I think it's to the episode's detriment. Honestly,
oh no.
it's just a little overly focused on. Oh, look at this pretty shot. Oh, look at this amazing thing. I mean,
Transition.
there was something interesting happening in the episode, but just kind of throwing it all at us at once.
Mm.
I don't know that it worked all that well.
Do you know what though? I found that Chinese woman. She's extremely attractive.
She's very
When-
lovely, yes.
Yeah, when she has her hair up, she looks a bit weird, but then when her hair is down, she looks absolutely gorgeous. You know, that nose is so straight. It's unbelievable.
DEI.
What?
DEI. Is she DEI?
Yes, she is. Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess.
But it's
I know,
okay
I
since
mean-
Ian finds her attractive.
Yes.
Wait a second. If she's attractive and a good actress, I don't think she's DEI. I think
Yeah.
that in that case, it's fine.
Okay.
I mean, there's
Oh,
nothing.
yes, because it's ugly people, isn't it? Is what you're saying?
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
It's the
I'll take
ugly
that.
fat
Take it back.
people
Yeah.
that are DEI that suck.
Yeah.
I,
No,
I
she is.
mean,
I've seen her in lots of other stuff as well. She's been in
I
lots of
I had
stuff.
no issue with the actress herself. I have an issue with the show, and I feel like it's a yank my chain show, and it's continuing to be that, and it's starting to annoy me. All I know is that the first season they got away with sort of confusing you all the time, then finally the last few episodes come together in a way that you really feel like you're riding the wave, you know, and it's starting to all make sense. And this season, from the first episode until now, I felt that there's a dip in quality every time, and sometimes there's episodes that just annoy me in general. They take too long to get to the point. They're like, oh, people think we're weird, so we'll just waste a whole episode doing weird things. No, you're weird, but don't waste my time.
Yeah, they're really going to have to step up for the next 3 episodes and start answering some more questions, because they've continued. They've added. There's been some little nods here and there to kind of tell us what's going on or what's happening within the company, but there's been a lot more just continually adding more questions. And this episode adds a lot of questions.
I think they're dragging it out.
I'm hoping that the setup for this is all right. Now we've really asked a lot of very strange questions. Now let's start getting to the answers for those. But you never know. We'll have to wait and see over the next 3 episodes. I'm still hopeful. For the most part, I've still enjoyed this season, but I will not admit. I will admit that
Will not.
the last couple of episodes have been a downturn in quality.
Yeah, it has. It has. I agree. And there's things in this episode that didn't make any sense either. Like when the sister wanted to contact what's her name? The old boss.
Yeah.
Why would she want to do that?
No, that makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah,
There's
why?
no reason at all that she would trust that
dear.
woman. She breached her privacy, breached her trust so completely. Why you would? That makes absolutely no sense at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Ladies interested in Severance?
Not
I don't
really.
have Apple TV, so no. I mean, it does sound like a show that I would probably be interested in watch, but I don't have Apple TV, so
It's
Right.
like not worth the money.
No.
Do not recommend Apple Plus. They charge way too much for that shit, and it's hit and miss with their shows. So I'm not paying for it.
yeah.
Okay.
I already paid for streaming services I don't watch. I don't need
Right?
Yeah. Well, see, I just get it as part of a bundle, so it is what it is.
We got some supers. Shall we do the supers?
Do it.
Sly Jester, $5. Here's that super chat I promised. Hope it's enough for a variety pack of pot noodle. Oh, yes. Off to my second job now, but hope everybody has a great week. Thank you, my friend.
As
Enjoy
do
the
you.
re-rub.
Cheers.
Enjoy the re-rub.
Re-rub. Tom, Reg, 2 poons. Always hated Sunday nights. Till Brown's Alliance. Now it
Aw.
sucks.
Aw.
I was
Yeah.
going to say hates it even more.
Then he really hated
Sucks.
Sunday nights.
No, I really hate it.
Yeah.
Cheers, Tom.
Watch out for Suckin' Sundays coming
Yeah.
soon.
Sunday sucks.
Oh, that's what I thought you was going to say. Well, there you go.
Mega Spider-Man wrenched €5. Hello there. To all, what's your favourite Alan Rickman Phil? And why that?
As I say, did he miss the M?
His M's broken. No, but then again, he's got no, he missed it. So, favourite Alan Rickman? Anybody?
Ooh, Galaxy Quest.
Yeah, I would probably say Galaxy Quest. And And oddly, Sense and Sensibility. I really love him in that movie.
Not Die Hard.
He's
Oh,
fantastic in Die Hard.
Yeah. He's been in a lot of great films. I
He's
really
Alan,
enjoy.
He's Alan Rickman.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
he doesn't turn in a bad performance.
No. I mean, I'm not particularly partial to the Harry Potter films, but his performance in those is great.
See, I'm
Okay.
with is it Carl? I like Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. I liked him as the Sheriff of Nottingham.
Carl Voigtlander, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Out with a spoon.
Why a spoon?
That
cousin?
it was so entertaining. It was so funny, yet like at the same time, like evil. But I also like. I know like people hate Kevin Smith now, but I really liked him as Metatron in
Yes.
Dogma.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
He was a good Metatron. So
that's funny. Yeah.
And then, of course, Professor Snape in all the Harry Potter movies. He played a perfect Snape. I don't care.
Garbage.
Loved him. But you just didn't watch all the movies. So what the fuck do you know?
I know.
I mean, I've read all of the Harry Potter books and I've seen all of the films, and yeah, I love him as Snape. I think he's great. But again, it's Alan Rickman. The man doesn't phone anything in.
No,
he turns out
just good
quality work every time you see him. Rest in
by
peace.
grandfather's
Gruber.
hammer.
And,
I
you
shall
know,
avenge thee.
his role in Dogma was so cheesy, but he pulled it off perfectly. It was just like you would think it would be beneath him, but it wasn't. So
Here you go, folks. Mega Barry Man Wrench. Mine is probably Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
oh, you said that well. Congratulations, Hooked on
I
Phonics.
do like him in. I do like him in Prince of Thieves. I thought he was very funny in that, and and obviously Die Hard. I think those two are the ones that stick out. And Galaxy Quest 3. That's it. That's cool.
Yeah.
Galaxy Quest 3. I've not seen that one.
Is you trying to be funny again, Ian? You know, it's just not working.
Failing.
Stop now.
Failing, obviously.
I mean, I am a sucker for a period film. I love Jane Austen movies. I do. I won't apologize for it. But he does such a different turn as Colonel Brandon in Sense and Sensibility. He's so charming and likable, and you root for him. I love that movie, and I will never not love him in that movie.
Wasn't that directed by Ang Lee?
Ang Lee.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Okay, let's move on. This is from a couple of weeks ago, but I haven't had a chance to do it. I'm just going to do it. Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, has been officially renewed for season 3.
Never seen one episode, and
Me
I won't.
neither. Thank you.
And I won't.
You're lucky.
I refuse. I am such a huge fan of Tolkien's writing. I will not tarnish it with this shit. I will not.
No.
Okay.
It's
And
so
we're moving
bad.
on.
Clearly, they're contracted to do more, so it's not really surprising that they would have announced a season 3. But we all know it's just going to be one more season of just complete and utter failure.
Yeah. You're going to get the. Paul Chateau said back in the ether, back in the day, you'll get 5 seasons. It's cheaper to do it. Okay.
Well, yeah, the commission done over 5 seasons.
Yeah, it'll be cheaper to do it than breaking contracts and paying people off and blah,
Yeah,
blah, blah,
it's
blah,
true.
all that stuff. Highest paid actors of 2024. Number 10, Will Smith, 26 mil.
I can't believe he's on this list.
Yeah,
What
it's
did he even
amazing.
make? Oh, Bad Boys? That's how much they pay him for
I
that
think
one
so.
movie?
Yes. Yeah.
Number 9, Adam Sandler,
I'm
26
surprised
what
not
movies-
higher on this list.
What movies did Adam Sandler make recently? Unless it's that deal with Netflix that he just
It's
I'm
yeah,
guessing
shits out
that's-
movies.
Yeah, it's got to be that. I do know they're in the process of making another Happy Gilmore.
Yes,
yeah.
sadly.
That's why I'm surprised he's not higher on this list because of the Netflix deal.
Number 8, Nicole Not Had Plastic Surgery Kidman, 31 mil.
Also, can't believe she's on this list.
What has she been doing to give her 31 million? I can't think of one thing that would give her that kind of salary.
She's done. There's been a couple of things that have popped.
This
up
list
on
is
Netflix.
wrong.
Yeah,
This
but
list
again,
is wrong.
I can't believe she's on.
Why
this
is it
list.
wrong?
as
Because a good friend of mine who is in this kind of thing says that Adam Sandler is the highest paid actor in the entire of Hollywood. And the reason why he is because most of his films in Netflix do well, and Netflix.
well. Yeah, that's what I mean. I can't believe
Yeah.
he's not higher on this
Yeah,
list.
he is. He's number one.
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson is not number one. It is Adam Sandler, and
Yeah.
I can tell you that.
They might be only counting certain types of salary.
Yes, exactly.
That's my only
Maybe.
guess.
There's also another option. It could be that some years ago Netflix did like a deal that was a multi-year thing where they gave him like a sum and he guarantees X amount of movies. Maybe due to the complexity of the deal, they're just looking at something very narrow and saying, "Oh, this is what he
Okay.
made this year."
You might be
May-
right.
Maybe
yeah.
Sanders getting tons of money producing and stuff like that. whereas-
Not to
Maybe.
mention that, just so you know, that because he produces all of his movies and he has a stake in them, I assume that even his back catalog alone, even if he didn't make a movie now,
Yeah.
probably is worth so much with everywhere that his movies are
Yeah.
shown as older ones. I feel like he probably, even if he didn't make a movie, would still make a lot of money. But that's just me.
James WWW. Hello, my friend. Ian is right for once. clip that, everybody. Clip it.
You know what?
Take
I
a
don't
bow.
care. I don't
Number. Are you gonna wave your arms in the air?
care. Act like I just don't care.
Number 7, gorgeous George Clooney, 31.
Also surprising, based on what is that? Because he does those kind of Nescafe commercials in Europe, or those stupid. It's probably sponsorships. Like I can't imagine what movies did he make that he got.
No,
31
it's
million?
wrong.
Clo-
This whole list is wrong.
Clooney?
I'm telling you, it's Adam Sandler number one, right? Maybe Ryan Reynolds is number two, or even Kevin Hart, because they make a crap load of money in the streaming area. Jerry Seinfeld, no.
Yeah, but that'll
He's
be
not 60 million
that'll be
at all.
royalties, won't it? Or
No,
Oh.
it's not. It's
No?
that look with Adam Sandler, right? He didn't make a deal to make loads of films. The reason why Netflix keeps coming back to him is because people watch his.
okay.
So
Yeah.
so they're paying him individually for films. Why do you think they're doing the sequel to Happy Gilmore? It's because all his films on Netflix are making buck, man. I'm telling you.
Calm down, Ian. Calm
So
down.
just
Calm
saying,
down.
this list
Ain't-
is
ain't-
wrong.
ain't.
Jerry Seinfeld hasn't done anything apart from coffee driving in
Right.
cars thing. That's what there's no
Okay.
way he's making 60 million at all.
Doesn't he still do
Last
like
year, he made that-
stand up
Stand up or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
and
he's
last
not
year
an
he made that
actor in my book.
unfrosted. He made that unfrosted movie for Netflix.
Yeah.
But that
Yes.
didn't do very well.
Well, it doesn't matter how it did well or not. It's streaming. He gets paid up front.
I don't think they paid him 60 million. I think that I agree though, between Unfrosted, between his stand-up comedy, and yes, I'm sure he still gets some royalties, even though he sold whatever that was for like $500 million or whatever. He probably still gets something for that Seinfeld stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure he does.
And he does that driving in cars or getting coffee in cars with celebrities.
yeah.
I can't remember the
Coffee
exact
and
name. But
cars. Coffee.
it's
and cars
actually
with Clooney.
quite an interesting show. He's had a couple of interesting episodes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They have to only be counting certain types of income because
Right.
Jerry Seinfeld's a billionaire.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah,
Well-
I don't know exactly what they're counting. I do know that like Brad Pitt and George Clooney, they got paid $35 million just to make that that Apple TV.
So
movie
maybe
this
I
last
would
year.
think that George Clooney, because that's the only movie he's made in like 70 years, that was probably half his salary, and the rest is like Nespresso.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wolves,
No,
so,
I'm
that
not
was
even
the name of
kidding.
the movie.
Nespresso pays
Wolves.
him a lot of money.
where did I get up to? Do we care then?
Yeah,
Well,
evidently
really-
not because it's battle royale up in here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will
Okay.
say the one thing that I do have to critique this list is like aside from Seinfeld, has Jerry Seinfeld really been considered an actor? I just think that's weird. That's just me. I find him just to be a comedian. I don't know, but that's
Yeah.
all I got to say about that.
Not really, but when you're that successful with your show that until today in reruns, it's still worth it and whatever. I mean, he really set himself up for life with that show, and now and no matter what he does, it's worth something, I guess.
Okay.
I guess what we're saying is Matt Craig, article of this or writer of this article, you suck. This is
Yeah.
wrong.
Okay. Oh god, this dropped today. Amazon's top priority is to get another Bond movie off the ground. The company will reportedly first be looking to attach a producer to oversee the entire franchise, with David Heyman, who shepherded the Harry Potter franchise, oh god, cited as the the kind of figure they're looking for.
They need to move out of their circle to find someone to produce. They're obviously going through the list of people that's produced movies in the past in Hollywood, and that's good in itself. But what you need is someone that thinks outside of the box, that can bring James Bond to this type of audience and still make it James Bond. You need someone better than what they're recommending. Put it that way, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, I kind of get what they're saying. I mean, if they're looking for someone who has, experience with a large franchise that's, expanded over several films and multiple layers of casts and cast changes.
You need someone more than that, though. You need someone more.
But so I get what they're saying. I just,
Well, I think Melvin would be really excited if they got David Heyman, because he was one of the producers on Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So,
oh no, don't get Melvin started.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think you've got to find someone who's produced action movies and is very good at doing that. Like someone like I don't know. If you go back in the old days, it was Joel Silver. It was the Bruckheimers and stuff. Like you need someone like that to bring James Bond to life. Not someone that's done Harry Potter. Not someone that's just produced random films all across the board. You need someone that thinks outside the box, who really cares about the Bond franchise. And believe you me, anyone they go to in Hollywood, they're going to say they care. But do they really? That's the question. We know that Broccoli cared,
but not all.
Yeah, but not. They didn't care as much as Broccoli, Mr. Broccoli. He cared to the core of James Bond. You know,
He did.
That's what you need.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Barbara Broccoli. I'm like,
no, Barbara.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, it's a sidestep. Christopher Nolan was interested in directing a James Bond movie after doing Tenet, but was told he wouldn't get a say for the film's final cut. He went and directed Oppenheimer instead.
That kind of makes sense, I guess. But they should. I mean, with someone like Christopher Nolan, it's like arguing with Robert De Niro about acting. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, what's the point in that? Do you know,
you bring on a talent as big as Nolan, and then you say, no, Barbara Broccoli, get to make the decision on the final cut.
Yeah.
Right? It's silly.
Unpopular opinion here. I think Barbara Broccoli, the more I hear about her, the more I get annoyed. I'm not saying that Amazon are going to do anything better, but at the end of the day, all I know is, and I've said this last time, the only thing she did well was basically take Tarantino's pitch, execute it. They got Casino Royale done because he suggested it to her. And then after that, they had no direction, no idea what they wanted to do. They made, James Bond like a whiny bitch, and then they just killed him off. And I don't know. At no point, she didn't want Tarantino to make a Bond. She didn't want Christopher Nolan to make a Bond. Now, some of you may say, well, we don't want to see
Danny
Tarantino.
Boyle. They got
Danny
rid of him.
Boyle also.
Got rid of him.
Some of you can say, well, we don't want to see Danny Boyle or Tarantino or Nolan make Bond movies. But you know what? I do. I want to see something different. That would have been interesting. At least one of those three. The fact that all three of those ended up talking to her, and at the end of it, they ended up disappearing, and she brought these kind of 2-bit directors. I don't want to say 2-bit directors. Maybe some of them were fine, but she has nothing to show for it. The only thing she could say is that the Bond did well at the box office. If that's all you care about, then I guess she pulled it off. I think that the brand was already really big in the Craig days, and instead of building that brand and beyond just getting their box office receipts, really building excitement around it, she drove it into the ground.
Yeah.
I think that
Creatively.
James Bond is, as M says, a misogynist dinosaur, and I think he should stay that way. When Amazon takes over, they're going to try and make the male for today, And that's not James Bond. That's the fundamental thing about James Bond. If they
Yep.
change that, which they did in the Craig version, which basically they made money because it was James Bond. But if you ask anyone about the last movie, almost everyone says they hated it. That they hated that they killed James Bond off.
Yeah.
So what
Refuse to watch it.
Amazon has to do is they have to respect what James Bond is and then move on from there. But they're not going to. They're not going to. So maybe
So
it's them.
Nolan,
that's absolutely true.
Nolan said, "Okay, I'll do it," and then Babs Broccoli would have gone, "Well, yeah, but we're going to kill Bond off."
I mean, what a
Okay,
stupid idea
that would have gone down well.
not to have the beginning credits without the naked women dancing and stuff. Like, what a stupid idea to make him cry all the time. What a stupid idea to make him have a child, that turning him into a family man. What a stupid idea to kill him off. What a stupid idea to actually cast someone with a potato face. It's ridiculous, isn't it? The whole thing is ridiculous. What a stupid idea to get a director that basically doesn't know what a James Bond film and direct and literally take out the crew that they always used. Therefore, the quality kind of dumbed down. All these things Barbara Broccoli did on her watch,
Right.
with
Yep.
Daniel Craig.
Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't have that just goes to show you that sometimes when the father does something well, it doesn't mean that he leaves it to his kids and they know what they're doing.
That's right.
She did everything that we don't like. I feel like she didn't honor what he did. She didn't continue the legacy, and now the reason Bond is now at such a crossroads where it's basically, pretty much done unless there's a way to revive it somehow, is because of her.
Mhm.
And the final thing I'll say is that once you put Sam Smith to sing like the opening song,
Ugh,
Gross.
that's the end of it. There's no turning back from
Awful.
there. I remember
Awful.
when I saw that movie with the Sam Smith song and I heard him singing and he's like crying while he's singing, and that got me really annoyed. It really annoyed me. I don't think I've ever been annoyed at the point that they're like doing the Bond song. And there's been some bad ones like Jack White and what's her name? And that's also under their watch.
Oh, Alicia Keys.
Now
Yeah.
Jack White, I'm not saying he's the worst
Was it
musician.
Radiohead who had the rejected?
Right.
Spectre?
Radiohead actually had a somewhat
Amazing.
legitimate song. And they're
Amazing.
like,
It's
no,
great.
let's do this Jack White thing. That Jack White thing, and I don't think he's a bad musician, but that was such a ill-fitted song. It was so crappy. And why did they put it in there? I don't even know. Barbara Broccoli doesn't know what she's doing. She got very lucky with basically being able to continue this brand based on its name, but I have no respect for the work she's done, and not for her either.
Broccoli doesn't know her onions.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Look, she doesn't. The mistake they made was they tried to be James Bond born identity. That's the mistake they started off with, and they carried on through that. But then they dropped the born identity thing, and then suddenly they were the woke James Bond again. Right? Why was he crying again? Right? Why didn't he save the day again?
Mhm.
Right? At the end,
Why did he give
did
up?
he die?
Why
Yeah,
did he
why
give
did he
up?
give up? Yeah, it's not Bond. That's not Bond.
Just a mini sidestep. However, Barbara Broccoli made it clear that no director would have final cut over her. That was obviously a no-go for Nolan.
Well, that's good. Well, that's not good, is it? Because if you, as Price says, if you hire someone as big, as an intelligent as Christopher Nolan, you're gonna have to trust him. What's the point in hiring?
Mhm.
You don't trust him.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the same issue. It's like it's a sidestep comparison, but it's like hiring Sam Raimi to do a film
Oh yeah.
and then shitting all over it.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like
taking-
it's Marvel with all the
Like a Marvel film.
yeah.
all the people that
Why
Marvel's
hire
hired.
right? Why hire Sam Raimi to do a film if you don't want a Sam Raimi film?
There was nothing charming about Daniel Craig's Bond. The Casino Royale, yes, he was there as Bond.
I like
Because
him.
you had the old school directing him. You had Martin Campbell. You had the old school crew setting up stuff. You had the good fight choreographer. And then when it came to the other films, he just became something else. I don't know what he was.
Side
A thug.
effect. Side effect legend wrenched. Bond films could print money, but we
Yeah.
live in a progressive
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, Star Wars films used to print money too.
Yeah.
The Force Awakens made money, so what? I mean, they also did the whole, it's the 50th anniversary. I, to this day, cannot stand Skyfall. Skyfall
Yeah, I don't
is
like
in
it.
my opinion, and I'm sorry, I know some people like
You're,
it,
you're going to get booted. Careful.
it's a piece of shit movie.
I liked it. I'm sorry.
I liked it as well.
Skyfall was a
I got
piece
you,
of
Barbara.
shit.
A piece of
Well,
shit.
to you, but yes, not to everyone.
I
Just keep that in mind.
I didn't like Skyfall. I got to admit.
I saw.
Yes, but you don't like anything.
A third of the movie
Except
was,
for Barry.
a third of the movie was
recommended
Judi
Barry.
Dench dying. I don't really care. It's nice. It's fine that she's like M or whatever. There's only so much I want to dedicate in a Bond movie to that stupid crap. And
My mum cried when she died.
that's
Yeah, I
fine.
did
Maybe
too.
maybe it was for the
The
ladies
first time I
again.
saw it.
It became Bond like the soap opera for the ladies. You know what I mean? Any man that watches Bond doesn't have time to sit there like 7 hours to see her
So,
die.
like a helicopter shooting down the fucking house was a
I-
soap opera?
I saw it seven.
I
I
don't
saw
feel
it.
like that's right.
I saw it 7 times in the theater.
7
Do you-
times. I think I saw
Wow.
it twice in the theater.
Also, what doesn't make any sense in that film, I think it was Skyfall, is in Casino Royale, how he got the Aston Martin was that he won that bet and he got the Aston Martin, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in Skyfall,
No, the Jaguar.
no, he got the Aston Martin.
No, it didn't. The
He did,
the
he got
Aston
the Aston
Martin was
Martin.
provided by. Q.
No, it wasn't. In
He-
Casino Royale, he
won
had a
the
bet.
Jag. He won the.
No, he won the Aston Martin. Go look at it again, right? And then in Skyfall,
Okay, you might be right.
he had the Aston Martin that had all the gadgets in it from Goldfinger. Doesn't make any sense because where does that come from? Do you
Oh
know what I
yeah,
mean?
he,
So
he,
it's
he
like,
won
what?
he won the DB. Was it the DB one
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
he won the old
casino?
one.
But
Yeah.
he had a new which he rolled, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's what I'm saying, right? That doesn't make any sense. But also, the reason why I don't like Skyfall is because it was style over substance. You know, even the fights were in silhouette, which I thought was stupid. But
Right.
the ending was like Home Alone with all these traps. Like, what's this? What am I watching? Home Alone, James Bond? Just like it's ridiculous.
I agree.
Like,
I
There you
agree.
go. Drew Gordon, hello my friend, wrenched Judy Stench.
no, I like Judi Dench. I think she's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same.
Mhm.
I think she's a great actress. I just didn't need to see her die for like a third of the movie. Also, I think Spectre was like Austin Powers 3, but only they took themselves seriously.
Yeah, that's kind of true as
I like
well.
Yeah.
I like Spectre.
Yeah.
I think Spectre's underrated. You don't
His
know anything.
Best one.
Christ.
His best one was Casino Royale. He was brilliant in
That's true.
Casino Royale. I thought he was great.
Quantum of Solace is probably one of the better ones.
I feel
It's
like
just
that
the
one's
editing.
underrated. Yeah.
The editing just spoiled that completely.
It was shit.
Yes.
Editing.
It was shitty, yeah.
There's a
But you-
decent Bond film.
Do you know? So if you watch Rebecca Gold and you see the first season,
Anyway,
there's
moving
a-
on.
Hold on, there's a guy.
Moving on.
Let me
Moving on.
explain. Ian, shut
No.
up. Let me explain. Right. So in Rebecca Gold season 1, there's a bodyguard, and his name is Dave Judge in real life, and he was the one that choreographed the fight in Quantum of Solace, right? And he's in the lift. You know when Bond beats up the people in the lift? He choreographed that, and he
Oh,
said to
wow.
me he was so upset when he watched the film that they choreographed that fight so well that they chopped it up, and you didn't even see a single punch in when they edited all that stuff. And they gave them everything, and they basically fucked that fight because
I know.
they decided
Shit.
to edit it like Born Identity.
I know.
So there you go.
Awful.
Yeah.
If it was edited just as a normal Bond film, I think that would be one of the best ones.
I think if they re-edit it,
agree.
there might be a good film there.
It's,
You know
it's
what
a
I
good
mean?
Bond film. It is
Yeah.
it is a good Bond film. Anyway, let's.
Oh, Mr. Potato Head.
Do you like
Oh,
that,
he looks
Renee?
like- No, he looks like ass now. No, thank you.
Same age as me.
Really?
Yeah.
How old is he?
Well, he's not now. He's a few months. He's a few months older than me. He's 6 months older than me.
He looks
So
awful.
57.
He looks awful. It's just
Yeah, he has not aged well, poor thing. He started off hot, ended off not.
Hellgast, World of Sport, aged like milk.
Do you know?
Literally.
You know, Sean Connery lost all his hair, right? But still, women fancied him.
Oh,
Do you know
my
what I mean? When he
mom
was like,
had the hots
wow.
for him until he passed
Oh,
away.
yeah.
I'm not even kidding.
Okay, so Babs, you fancy a bit of that?
No.
Ian, you fancy a bit of that?
Is that a guess?
How does
That is
Pierce
a no.
Brosnan look today? Probably still looks decent, right?
Yeah, well, he's got a bit of liver
I think
spots
he's
all over his
aged
head.
better
Yeah.
Okay,
than Craig.
He does look better. He does look better.
Jeff Bezos, I know you're watching.
Oh,
Jeff, what you need to do is for the Bond film, Tarantino to direct,
Henry Cavill.
Brosnan to
No.
play older Bond while you decide what to do with Bond. Just as a stopgap, I think everybody'd be happy with that. You'd make $1 billion doing that.
Mm.
Plus, Tarantino would direct his Bond movies. Always wanted to.
Do you know what's funny is that when he was making the latest film, he was the same age as Sean Connery when Sean Connery did Never Say Never. And Sean Connery looks so much better than he did in No Time to Die. It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yep. Okay.
It's a shame.
It is. Hollywood Handle. We watched the first 2 eps. I can't remember if I did this last week. I don't think I did.
No, you didn't.
Daredevil Born Again is thrilling, well shot, bloody, and Charlie Cox is back better than ever. Episode 1 is a standout, which already starts with some great action sequences. Matt and Wilson's interactions are the best. Just teasing the inevitable future, and we're totally here for it. Full review, March 4th.
Yeah, I'm down to watch this. Absolutely. I am. I loved the Netflix series.
So did I.
So I'm totally down to give this a shot.
We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see, but I am absolutely, this is when Marvel announces television shows, Star Wars announces television shows, I just kind of do an inner cry because it's just going to be awful. I already know it's going to be awful. This I'm kind of excited about. I am absolutely willing to give this a chance.
Yeah. I'm only going to watch it if somebody says it's really good. So,
I'll watch it. I mean, I hope it's not shit, but I mean, I'll watch
I'm going to give it a shot.
Yeah, I'm totally going to give it a shot.
Here you go, folks. Caranitos Wrenched. Hey, panel. How is that series of Barry coming on?
He's
it's
dead.
Shit.
He's dead. He baked it. Last season, he got shot.
Because
he
it's
got shot by the
shit.
Fonz.
They had to kill him off because it sucked.
He got he got eaten by the shark, didn't he?
Who?
That was
yeah.
Beetlejuice 2 you're thinking of.
Okay. So who's excited? Prof, you excited? You gonna be watching?
I'm going to be giving it a shot. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Daredevil, but I did enjoy the Netflix show, and so yeah, I'm interested to see what they do with it.
Price?
Yeah, I mean, I really like the original series, and I really hope that this isn't going to be crappy. I tend to think that I'm going to be disappointed, but I don't want it to be bad. I'll watch it and hope for the best. That's all I can do.
Renee?
Daredevil was one of my least favorite comic book characters for Marvel. But also, like after Endgame, I've just pretty much washed my hands of the MCU,
okay.
so not
that's a
going to
shame.
do it.
She doesn't have any dicks to give for this one, does she?
I have no dicks to give
Okay.
for this.
I think it's is it a sidestep? I can't remember.
Oh, this is the Punisher.
Oh, this was announced this week. John Bernthal is writing the Punisher special presentation. Wow. With Rinaldo Marcus Green. We own this city. Who will direct? It's like a shotgun blast of a story, but also has the pathos and emotion that you'll want out of Frank Castle's story, says Brad Weinbaum.
Well, he's a good Punisher though, isn't he?
Yeah,
I
he
think he's
is.
good. I think he's good. The thing about him is that he does care about the character, and I
Mhm.
just hope that he remains the Punisher. He doesn't end up crying and sitting in a car crying, if you know what I mean. So I just hope they treat the Punisher with respect. So there you
Yeah,
go.
I hope so too. Like, yeah, because like you said, he does have a lot of respect for the character, and I thought he did an excellent job with the Netflix show. So I'm, yeah, fingers crossed for this one too.
Are they putting all their eggs in one basket with this kind of Punisher and Daredevil? Are they hoping that these are hits, do we think?
I don't really care, to tell you the truth.
No,
No,
yes.
I don't care. I don't trust Disney anymore. It's
No.
obvious that
Why would you?
yeah, it's so obvious that the gender's still running. Like, I look,
Deep.
I'm look. You can call me everything under the sun, right? I want to see pretty people on screen. I want to see ass kicking males. I want to see ass kicking females if it's credible, obviously. And I want to see action. I want to see more action on screen. I don't want to see talking heads anymore. I want to see action. Do you know what? Today I was flicking through Netflix and I was looking for an action film, and there was hardly any. It was all the crappy ones, the recent ones, which are rubbish.
Okay. I thought you'd been watching the Dr. Watt trailer. Did you see it?
Nope, I'm not.
Dr. Watt.
If you're talking about Doctor Who, I'll talk about Doctor Who, but you're not talking about Doctor Who. I don't know
Dr.
what the hell
Watts.
you're talking about. So, no, I'm not interested. I'm interested in real Doctor Who. So there you go.
Not
Well, they
Dr.
released
Watts.
some shitty trailer, and just for shits and giggles, I watched it, and it was shitty.
It's hideous.
Well, why would I even waste my time even thinking about it or even
Well,
watching the trailer?
Did it for you, so
Good. Good luck, everybody.
good luck,
Yeah, have fun
everybody.
with that.
Okay. Let's sidestep. I don't know.
Oh,
Breaking.
Matthew.
Ah, hell.
Matthew Lillard. That's Shaggy, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Has joined the cast of Daredevil Born Again, season 2.
Wasn't he part of the Hawkeye? His character's part of the Hawkeye series, wasn't he?
Don't
I don't
know.
remember. I don't remember. I
don't
tried to
know.
block
No
that from
idea.
the memory.
No,
So
that
if-
was the other guy, wasn't it?
That was
Tony,
Dalton,
what's his-
Tony Dalton.
All right. So why is it? Who's he going to be in this one? I don't know. Season 2.
Well, there goes my hope of getting my husband to watch it. He hates Matthew
Oh, does he?
Lillard.
Oh,
He-
no.
He's a tough one. You either like him or you hate him. You know, so I can see that.
Well,
I
season
like him.
2.
I
Maybe
think
season
he's
2.
fine, but
Yeah,
yeah.
he played
Adam's
a great
not a fan.
role. He played a really great role in the Twin Peaks revival in 2017. I was very impressed with his performance. I'm like, that's Matthew Lillard. That was a
There you go, folks.
interesting.
Givo Wrench would have spot. Hello, my friend. Matthew Lillard is a fantastic actor. What SLC watch SLC? What's that? Do you know Punk?
It's a movie.
Yeah.
And you'll see he can act.
Mhm.
He can act.
There you go, folks.
Yeah, no, he's a decent actor.
It lists him as joining the cast, but on IMDb it only has him in one episode. So that's not really. It's
Well,
just
it's just trying to get attention on the
Yeah.
show, aren't they? So
Okay.
Spider-Man.
Brad Weinberg confirmed that Marvel Studios does not have the long-form television rights for #Spider-Man, which means that Tom Holland cannot appear in Daredevil Born Again.
They should sort that shit out, you know. They really should. People owning different rights to different characters, and they should basically
Bullshit, innit?
buy them all out and make sure it's all on Marvel. That's what they should do instead of screwing around. Because, like, it would have been fantastic if he turned up in Daredevil, wouldn't it?
Can they just
Spider-Man?
not do favors for other studios, as it were? Like goodwill favors? I don't get it. It's bullshit, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you guys, in the next, before 10 years is up, they're going to have Spider-Man meet Superman. I'm telling you, that's going to happen. Mark my words. They're going to figure out a way how to do it. Literally, that is going to happen.
Yeah, but in 10 years, it'll probably be two completely,
Yeah,
act,
you're right.
different actors, unbeknownst to us, and they'll
You're
probably
right. Yeah.
suck ass.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, you're probably right there. But believe you me, they're thinking about it right now, and they're trying to sort it. Because Superman is the most recognizable superhero in the entire world, and so is Spider-Man. To get those two in one film, that'll break the box office.
Ka-ching.
Yeah, it'll break it. So there you go.
Ka-ching.
Yeah.
But they're not in the same.
Unless Gunn mucks it up with this Superman.
They're not in the same universe, though, are they?
No, they're not. They're two different companies, but they did it in the comic book.
They did a
form.
crossover.
Oh,
they did
okay.
Yeah.
comic book. So,
Okay.
I'm assuming
They've done a
a
couple of different Marvel and DC crossover comics. They're pretty
Yeah.
interesting.
RoboCop Terminator, that'd be a good crossover.
Oh, God.
Don't say it too loud, mate.
Okay.
It's going to be a female Terminator that wins.
Probably.
God.
It is. It is. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man season 2 will release next year. The goal
No,
is
thank
to...
you.
Okay.
No, thank you.
Yeah. Pass.
Yeah, exactly.
It's actually good that they are still trying to work with the character of Peter Parker instead of completely replacing him with Miles Morales. So,
No, it's
since
gay.
that seems like every single thing, but they're
The
doing,
whole
but-
thing is gay.
Yeah,
That
it's
Right.
great.
Chris Pratt, when asked if Star-Lord, was it Star-Gaylord, will appear in Avengers Doomsday, cited Guardians of the Galaxy post-credit tease. There was a promise that the legendary Star-Lord would return. We will make good on that promise.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't care.
Nor
Yeah.
do I.
I don't. IDGAF, man. And just
I've
Yeah.
not seen
don't give a fuck.
not seen Galaxy 3.
You know
It
what,
was-
right?
It's all right.
It's
Okay.
all right.
It's not the best, but
it's not
all
the,
right.
the best of the three.
It was fun. It was
But
fun.
it was-
It was.
fun.
I don't know. I had such a hard time watching it because animal cruelty is just like,
Yes.
yeah.
I know, but
That's
but
tough.
that-
It's tough to
but-
watch.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
But that made you want them to kick the ass of that guy, and they
Well,
did.
yeah,
And they
but
did.
it's still really
I
hard.
know,
for
I
me to
know,
sit
it is
through.
horrible.
Well, I thought it was a CGI animal, though, isn't it?
It was, but
doesn't
it's real.
matter,
It looks
but
real.
Oh.
Yeah,
Real, so.
yeah.
But it is what I found interesting is that I actually felt for Rocket, and this is a little
Yeah.
CGI puppet thing that I'm
Yeah,
feeling
puppet.
you
for,
do.
and it was really good. It was for that I would say it was good. So there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'd checked out by
Yeah.
that point.
It's by no
Mm.
means the best of Marvel, but it's one of the better ones that they've made in the last 10 years.
Yes, it was. It was. Do you know what? Right. They should look if they're going to reboot Indiana Jones, and I know this is not a very popular thing
Oh,
to say, but
no.
he should be Indiana Jones, and they should do it soon if they want to reboot.
They said
Indiana
that
Jones.
10 years ago.
He still looks good though. It's not like he's aged or anything like
Yeah,
that.
but-
He still looks good.
KK wants it to be
A girl.
Walla Bollocks.
Mm.
Yeah.
AK can strike.
But I mean, the thing is though, who else could play Indiana Jones at this moment in time? Do you know what I mean? It's like there's hardly anybody. left.
Nobody. Just let it die.
Let it
Let
die.
it go. Let it go.
Yes.
Who was that guy that was in Twister 2? He might make a good Indiana Jones. Who's that
Oh,
fella?
Glenn, what's his name?
Glenn, what's his
No.
face?
Yeah.
Powell.
Glenn
Oh,
Powell.
he
There you
might-
go.
yeah.
That's Brown's man.
He's a good actor. He's got the right attitude as well. He'll go far. Hashtag Marvel Studios considered including Hulk in Captain African American. Confirms director Julius Onai.
Who's directed nothing, by the way.
The conversation obviously came up, but ultimately it felt like this wanted to be Sam's film.
Mm.
Look, we want the real Hulk back. We don't want this
Yeah, thank
Professor
you.
stupid
Yeah.
Hulk back. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Professor sucks. I hate that version
I
so
hate.
bad.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I remember when we saw the first Avenger movie, and I was so happy that we finally got like the Hulk we have been
yeah.
waiting for,
Yeah.
and then it became this, and it's just so disappointing.
Hmm.
So the last. Go ahead.
No, go on.
No, just say so. The last time we saw Hulk, right, Was it the end of She-Hulk where he shows up and says, "Hey, here's my son Scar"?
Oh yeah, yeah.
You see, this is the thing. You see,
Shite.
Hollywood at this moment in time is out to actually demasculize. Is that the right word? Men. That's what they're trying to do with everything.
Cook.
From Superman lying on the ice with blood on his face and getting dragged by a dog, to the Thing
Yep.
making something in the kitchen. I'm sorry, right? But if you went back 10 years and had a trailer for Fantastic Four, the Thing would be doing something fantastic, like lifting a building or some nonsense like that. Superman would be saving a helicopter or a plane. But what do we get? Superman on the floor with blood and the Thing in the kitchen.
Here you go.
Sorry,
The chat's
doesn't
coming
work.
in. Chat's coming through for you. Ian.
Emasculate.
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 Yeah.
White wee.
Yeah. So there you go.
Okay. African Americans completely tanked, hasn't it?
Pretty badly, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the only person that's actually doing it right with what I said is was that film The Beekeeper?
Oh yeah, Beekeeper 2 on the way. Yeah.
Do you know what? Right. If
Yeah.
you watch The Beekeeper, right, Jason Statham kicks so much ass, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, number 2 on the way.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, number 2 on the
Mega
way.
Geek recommends.
Right,
Beekeeper.
and in The Beekeeper, I remember I was watching it, and then they had this badass woman with was a sniper trying to take him out. And you know what the Beekeeper did to her?
It
Kicked
is.
her ass and burnt her to a crisp.
Oh
I
no.
was killing myself laughing. Killing myself laughing. I was like, yeah, it's back.
Amelia Bedelia. Statham is so hot.
He's aging a bit now.
He's
though,
a
if you look
butterface,
carefully.
though. He's got a great body, but that face, I don't know.
And he's
Hey,
getting
Dave
older
Chappelle.
too, but
He is
he
getting older.
still manages to. Even in
Yeah.
real life, he kind of gets. I think that isn't he married to a model much younger than him?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
that
I think so.
Rosie
someone,
from
yeah.
the
Rosie Huntington
Transformers.
Whitley, yeah.
Yeah, Transformers. She was in Transformers.
Okay. Let's sidestep. There was a brand new 4DX experience in New York. Anybody see it?
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
ceiling of a movie theater in Washington collapsed during a screening of Captain African American. The people in the theater said that White House scene was fucking awesome.
Unfortunately, there were only 2 people
Yeah,
there
that's
to
what I was
experience
like.
it. There were 2 people in the theater, so thankfully no one was
Were
hurt.
there? That's what I was going to say. I'm like, were there 2 people under where the ceiling dropped, or were there just 2 people?
There
in the
were
No, they weren't even
only
really.
2 people in the theater.
There you go.
Yeah, this movie has continued to collapse in multiple ways.
Like that theater.
This
Yeah,
is the worst accidental PR a movie could
yeah.
have. Like,
We saw a 47% drop again, week over week, 68% last weekend. So yeah, it only
Shit.
made around 15 million, which puts it right now at 341 million total. So if you want to do the closest comparison to this movie would be Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, same weekend,
Yeah.
2 years apart. And it's not even doing as well as Quantumania at this point in its in the theater. Quantumania had made almost $30 million more than this.
There you go, folks. Right. Imagine if something good had been on. Well, it was.
Yeah.
Well, someone could have died. For the
Yeah.
company who do 4DX should have been all over this. Yeah.
Mm.
Hulk smash.
Woof!
It's like, oh shit, that was legit.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Let's move
But
on.
seriously though, it's lucky
Let's
that
not
nobody
move
got
on.
hurt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good that no one was hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Colin Farrell is in no rush and has no deep desire to work on the Penguin
I don't
season
blame
2.
him. Don't blame him.
We all left it in the ring in those 8 hours. I would hate to have to go again and for it to be diluted version of what people seem to feel it is.
I don't blame him.
That's a fair call.
Hmm.
Did you ever see the Penguin, then, Ian?
I saw one episode.
Oh, okay.
That was enough for me.
Yeah, it was a no-go for me.
Yep, same.
Some
But-
people
but
liked it.
Enjoyed it.
I mean,
Enjoyed
I
it.
know a lot
Enjoyed
of
it.
people. I know a lot of people enjoyed it. I know a lot of people thought it was great television work. I have to say, kudos to Colin Farrell for not wanting to, tarnish what he considers very good work
Yeah,
by
fair play
going
to him.
back.
Yeah,
I
fair
mean,
play, yeah.
fair play. If he feels like he left it all in the ring, then stop it. Let it go. Let it go.
Let it
be.
go. Let it
be-
go.
Let it be a piece of groundbreaking television, whatever, and let it rest on that.
Well, he spends how many hours in the chair just to get
Yeah.
made up like that. So
Yeah.
it's grueling. It's really
Yeah.
grueling to get into all that stuff. So
Maybe you could just put weight on next time. Be easier.
no, why would he want to do
And
that?
get somebody to smash his face in as well.
Why would he want to do that?
Oh,
He's a
boy.
good actor. He's a really good actor. Plus, he loves doing those little short small little indie movies, doesn't he? Rather than the Hollywood
Yeah,
stuff.
he is a great actor. I'll give him
Yeah,
that.
he's a good actor.
Okay. James Goon confirms hashtag DC Studios as a 6-year plan culminating in an Avengers Endgame style event in the DCU.
Stupid idea.
Hashtag not interested.
Stupid idea. Look, they have to see whether Superman works first. They are making the same mistake that Zach and the rest of the idiots at DC have. Why aren't they learning?
Don't know.
Seriously. If we can see it, how comes they can't see it?
They just want to speed run the cinematic universe thing.
They
They don't want to take the time.
They also have Zaslav there that's like breathing down his neck. I personally think, considering how quickly Zaslav wanted things to take shape, I still think that what they needed to do is that they needed to do one movie to tie up all the other crap they did before. Before announcing that those other movies are lame ducks, they should have done one movie with Batman,
Cavill.
Wonder Woman, and Superman, and just
Yes.
wrap up the whole. This is the thing that annoys me until this day. I don't care if you like Snyder or you don't like him. I'm not like a huge fan of what he did, but I did invest time watching all those movies. I watched
Yep.
like 15
Yes.
movies. Give me
Yes.
one movie that ties it up. If you don't think
Agreed.
your viewers are worth
Yes.
enough, and
Yes.
you know what? You're greedy assholes, and I'll tell you why you're greedy assholes. Because some of those movies, they're like, well, we wanted to crack $1 billion, and we only made 800 million. You know what? 800 million. Because
My
people
God,
want to
calm
see a
down.
crappy movie. Give us a movie that ties up all this shit. Because what did I spend all this money, all these years watching this crap, and you couldn't even give one movie to tie it up? And then he like comes in, and he's like, some of the stuff I'm keeping, but my wife gets to still be on this show, and that's canon. And now we don't want Henry Cavill, but we want a guy that kind of looks like him, but a discount version. And it's like, dude, just give us a fucking movie already.
Price, you're not
Well
bitter
said.
though, are you? You're not bitter though, are you?
I feel like, you know how I was talking about Severance and yanking my chain? The DCEU was the ultimate yanking my chain, but worse than the Apple thing. Apple cost a few dollars a month or whatever it is, and you get a service. With this thing, I actually went to all these movies in the theater. I paid money to see all this crap. And they never gave like a resolution to it. And now they don't even have a plan. They're just all over the place. And you just have Zaslav trying to do a bunch of wheeling and dealing. Maybe by the end of it, he's trying to even sell this. Who knows?
I think they're really arrogant
No,
as well,
that's
right?
well said.
They must hear what the fans are saying. They
Bravo.
must know that we're saying this stuff, but they're so arrogant.
No.
This is I'm assuming
You know
that
what
they
it
just
is,
don't
don't
want to
you?
listen to it.
Well, you know
They
what it
just
is,
don't want to
don't-
listen to it. Yeah, sorry.
You know what it is, don't you?
What is it?
Because you wish it.
I knew you were going to say that.
That's it, because you wish it. They could have had a nice little movie as
Oh,
Price
Superman,
said.
just Superman.
They
just
even
Superman.
they even teased us at the end of Black Adam. We were like, oh my god.
I give you no shit, right? I was watching Superman the movie, right, just yesterday, right? And Christopher Reeves looks so perfect as Superman. I saw a picture
Boom.
of this fella walking around. I'm like, that's a cosplay costume, is it not? Even worse than a cosplay costume, and he doesn't look right.
Shit,
His
no.
pants is too big.
No,
His
no.
boots are crap. Do you know what I mean? The costume doesn't fit him. He doesn't even look like Superman. He looks like some kind of wet version of
And
Superman.
the dog saved him as well.
And it's ridiculous. And I wouldn't be
Yep,
surprised if
Crypto.
Superman cries in this film as well. If he cries in this film,
You're out.
that's 1 point to me. That's all I can say.
Okay.
Because I told you first.
Are we all going to go see Superman?
I'm going to see it.
No.
Gotta
Yeah, I'm
see
going
it.
to see it. What else am I going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna see it.
I'll probably go see it.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. Shall we? There's a couple of there's a super chat. I'm going to do another one in a minute. Peter Pidrak. Hello, Peter. $2. Wee. Hello, Peter. Okay, let's do something.
What?
Seasoned marketing veteran Ricky Strauss has been tapped to consult for DC Studios on Superman. It is Strauss's first project since leaving his post at Apple TV, head of marketing last year, and previously worked for Disney and several Star Wars, Marvel, and animated projects.
He looks like a douchebag.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Who?
Who cares?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Well,
Yeah.
why is this news? This isn't news. Why is this news? Who
Fuck
cares?
knows.
Nobody even know
Nobody.
who the fella is.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh,
I think
he's very well known in the marketing world. He's
Okay.
he's huge, but it's for most people, it's like, okay, so what? They hired a marketing agency.
Yeah.
okay. I think
Yeah.
Punchable Face Wrenched. I think he's on a few minutes behind. This
Yeah.
40X is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, you might want to catch up. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, fuck it.
You
Nobody
just-
knows.
Yeah.
Okay. This did get me a little excited, I must admit. First look at Aaron Pierre and Kyle Chandler as Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan in #Lanterns. HBO 2026.
This got you excited?
Yeah. See this
Yeah.
picture? This is after they came out of the car and they were crying
Came
in the
out?
car. And they came out of the car and they started walking. I bet you. When you watch the show, they were both crying in their car.
I think it's Kyle.
Kyle Chandler
Who's
is
the
supposed
guy
to
on
be
who's the guy on the right?
that's Kyle Chandler.
Kyle
He's
He's a good
supposed
actor.
to be
He's a good actor.
he's supposed to be Hal Jordan. He looks like a freaking homeless person.
Yeah.
That looks
Oh.
terrible. This is garbage. I hate this. I hate it. This is our first view of this show, and I see Hal Jordan. He doesn't look like a fighter pilot. He's not wearing his bomber jacket. He looks like he's homeless, and they picked him up on the side of the road. This is crap.
Good night, everybody. Ian fucked it.
Not me. I didn't say anything.
No, me.
Oh, you. All right.
So, should I take it all back then?
No, look, I'm hoping this show is good, but again, right, we can't ignore what's happened in the
Sorry.
past. We can't ignore what they're doing to our TV shows and
Oh,
our
for
heroes.
fuck's sake.
We are
Agreed.
apprehensive. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I'm not going to be watching this from the
Who's-
little bit
yeah,
that they released.
I probably won't be either. Who's the guy on the left? Who is Aaron Pierre?
Look, you don't need to know. It's a DIA hire. He's black.
Oh my god.
That's all you need to know.
Well, I mean,
All
he's
you need to
he's
know.
playing an original black character, though. He's
Right.
playing Jon
It's
Stewart,
not-
who was
not a
always a
DEI
black
in this
character.
case.
Yeah.
And actually a really good character. I love the Jon Stewart character in the comics. He's
Yeah,
been
he's good. He's
fleshed
good.
out for many years. He's a great character, and he's not a hand me down. He is his
No,
own
I know who Jon
unique
Stewart is.
character.
I don't know who this actor is.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
never heard of him.
Okay, I think
Yeah,
we'll
he's
definitely
been in a
call
few things, but
I think
yeah,
we'll
not
definitely
much.
call next week's show Sunday Sucks. Sunday Sucks, big time.
Who's this? Wonder Woman.
Breaking Warner Bros. Games has reportedly cancelled the Wonder Woman game following the shutdown of Monolith Productions. Bless you.
Thank you.
That's you.
Yes. Monolith Productions, a really well known studio. They produced a bunch of really great titles in the past. including some Lord of the Rings titles, Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor. Really, really good games, and had some really interesting game mechanics to it. But it has been rumored from various different people within the company that have come out and kind of been willing to talk anonymously that this game was in fact going to be packed full of all sorts of agenda stuff. And they've been working on it for 7 years. And the title that they made before this, they worked on for 4 years, and then it never came to fruition, never made it to publishing. So this studio, unfortunately, has been languishing for a while, and it's not a huge surprise that they did end up canceling this.
Cancelled because of the was it Suicide Squad?
Oh, that's one of the main reasons. Yeah,
Yeah.
is one of the main reasons is that they've lost so much money. Suicide Squad was a huge bomb for them. And they've been sort of looking at what they were going to do with the rest of their studios. They closed more than Monolith, actually. There were 3 different studios that were closed. Monolith was the biggest one. But yeah, it's a sad loss for Monolith to go, especially they had some really fascinating. They had something called the Nemesis system, which was their sort of copyrighted, patented AI that they used for enemies in the game. It was really cool, and it was a fun addition to some of the games. Like I said, Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War. But unfortunately, yeah, I mean, if they've gone over 10 years without actually being able to publish anything.
There you go. TPPT. Nope. Cancelled because infighting in the studio.
Very possible.
Will that have been all
Yeah.
the wokies fighting the normal people?
Possibly, yes. Yep.
Woke broke.
Mm-hmm.
Go broke, go woke.
Okay. Should we move on?
Mm-hmm.
John Lithgow confirms he will play Dumble. What's this? Oh, this is Harry
Dumbledore.
Potter, isn't it?
Yes, it is Dumbledore.
Dumbledore in Harry Potter series. It's going to define me for the last chapter of my life. I'll be about 87 years old at the rap party, but I've said yes.
So we're gonna have an American actor play a British character. How's that gonna
Yeah, I was really surprised that I love John Lithgow, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. I think he's
Mhm.
fantastic, but it really surprised me that they cast him instead of an English actor.
It's because the Americans have taken over. That's why. That's the thing. So originally who they wanted to play Harry Potter was the little guy from Sixth Sense. They wanted him, and that's when Spielberg was attached to the project. But
Wow.
J.K. said no, has to be British, and then Spielberg
No.
left the project, and the rest is history. So there you
Yes,
go.
but you see how Haley Joel Osment turned out, right?
yeah, yeah,
we dodged a bullet with that one. I'm just saying.
Indeed.
we certainly did. Yeah, yeah.
He'll get his accent to a T, though, won't he?
I don't know.
I mean, he's a great actor,
hope
but I
so.
don't
I hope
know.
so.
And I don't know if he would have so if you read the books, Dumbledore is a very fierce but very nurturing
Mhm.
character to Harry Potter. And John Lithgow, I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah, I have faith in him as an actor.
Mhm.
I am very surprised because all of the entire Harry Potter cast is nothing but English actors
Okay.
on purpose.
Is this true? Punchable face, wrench. Hello, my friend. Lithgow is getting dogpiled by the Transformer robots.
Why?
Don't know.
Mm.
Mm.
Don't know.
Don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, me neither.
No idea.
First I heard
He's a-
about it.
He's a great actor, though. He's
Yeah.
a terrific actor.
Is
So-
it because anything that's to do with JK is just like the video game where they all piled on and tried to get
Yeah.
it?
I mean, it could be. That really worked out well for all those people boycotting that Harry Potter game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this TV show is going to be a bit woke, isn't it? Apparently. So, good luck, everybody, on that one.
Is it?
All I can say. Apparently so. Yeah. Yeah, I think one of them is going to be black. One of the main.
I think
actors
Hermione.
gonna be black.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
They were
And-
talking about that. I'm like, oh, okay. And
Will,
Well,
so
they
will,
I
she
was-
be, will she be a male?
yeah,
Well,
trans.
they cast a black woman for the stage play, the cursed
did, yeah.
child thing. Yeah.
They did, yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if
okay.
they do that for TV as
Um,
well. So
Oh, good luck, everybody.
yeah, good luck.
Hmm.
Good luck. Oh God, what is this?
The hunt for Red October movie has been
Lord.
delayed by a year to December 2027.
We know why.
Yeah, let's continue to delay it because what's his face, Viggo Mortensen and Ian McKellen aren't getting any younger.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, this is such a stupid idea.
And I don't
really
like it
is.
either. Do we need it? Because if you
We don't need it.
if you read the books, like, or I think it's in the appendices, like they never really find him. So it's just them like chasing him and never getting to him. I don't see the point of making this story.
Well, then he'll never be in the film, then, will he?
Money, isn't it? Money.
Well,
and-
he'll be in
and
it, but he'll be
content.
in, like they'll probably show, oh, this is where they are and this is where he is. So like star wipe back and forth or something, but
It's money
it
and
doesn't
content.
make any sense.
Content.
Here you go.
That's what it is. Content.
This is for the Brits. Cider Feet, who is a legend in these parts, wrenched. Oh, look, it's Rory Stewart. It is.
Uh-huh.
That's when he found out that his missus isn't getting that US aid money. But anyway.
Mm.
Anything to add?
I'm pretty sure if they do it, the effects are going to be 10 times better than it was when they originally did. God.
Did anybody see that new game that's out this week? Platoon was playing it on the other day. Anybody
God,
see
it
it?
looks so bad.
Fuck,
wait.
it looks
Gollum?
shit.
Yeah, it looks like ass.
Gollum.
The Gollum.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Gollum.
not new. That's been out
Oh,
for a while.
I was
He's
going to
just
say, I
going-
thought it was a couple years old.
He's just coming back to it because it's so infamously
I
terrible.
I did watch.
Oh, I thought it was a new game.
part of the stream with Platoon, and it looks like
It
ass.
is
Oh,
terrible.
Kivo, it is good to see you back, mate. Wrenched World of Sport, but oh, come on. Phil Collins isn't looking so good.
No, it's not. It's not.
Oh,
I am a fan of Phil Collins.
Phil Collins is incredible. Shall we move on?
Mhm.
Mhm. Is this Master of the Universe?
Nicholas Gal
Oh,
Gal-
He-Man.
Gal. Somebody help me.
Galtazine?
Yeah, sounds like a chemical. Teases a first look at She-Woman. After several months of intense training, I'm thrilled to share what were officially in production on #Masters of the Universe. On Instagram. Our director Travis Knight has assembled the most incredible cast
more.
and crew.
No, it says
Show-
show more. Show
Yeah.
more. Is
Show
that
more,
acting
motherfucker.
in it?
Show more.
Show more.
Sounds like Bo Selector. Shamo.
I don't know if this is going to be any good because basically they said I think the story is that Prince Adam was left on Earth and he grows up as a teenager, whatever, and he discovers he's this
What?
He-Man, and then the people from his universe come to collect him and all that shit. That's what I heard. Don't know if it's true, but there you go.
Here you go. James WWW. I think we need to get James WWW on one of
Dot.
these one week. Don't
Mm.
you? I've worked on 4 cancelled Masters productions. Wow. I think we need to get James on one week.
Mm. Well, that's cool, I guess.
Do we like his sword? The hilt.
Big. It's big.
Yeah.
It's thick.
with 2 C's.
Seems girthy.
Yeah.
Is it as thick as one of your dicks in the bag?
Would you like me to send you one so you can find out?
He still has nothing on Liam Neeson, but
Do we know when this is out?
Don't know.
Don't know. Will it be next year? It'll be next year, won't it?
Mm.
Mm.
Has Canon Globus stolen all the money? from Superman 4 to make this.
Probably.
Okay. Let's move on then. Warner Bros. And Sony drop rivalry and join forces behind Las Vegas studio. So they're doing a studio together, folks, in Vegas. Isn't that exciting?
I guess.
I didn't realize Nevada had such a welcoming film industry.
I think maybe
Yeah.
they have some tax stuff that's more friendly than Los Angeles. I think, but I could be wrong.
I mean,
Yes.
that's what I meant. I mean, is it going to be the new Georgia where
Possibly.
just film everybody film
Interesting.
everything there?
I spent a lot of time in Vegas back in the day.
I was born there.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow.
I know. Sheena Easton lives down there. She's lived down there for like 30 years or some nonsense like that, isn't she?
Hmm. Well, I mean, I didn't grow up in Las Vegas. I was born there because my dad worked for the nuclear test site.
Mm.
Wow.
And then we moved to California.
Wow.
Is he like Homer?
He was a welding inspector.
Oh, I see.
And so he worked at the nuclear test site, and then we moved to California so that he could work at another nuclear power plant.
Oh.
And then he went to work for an oil company where he went around the world inspecting oil rigs.
Black cat blending. Nice pussy. Chinese proverb. Place a rock in water and it sinks. Tie two rocks together and they will sink. That's very deep. Okay, let's move on.
Oh, God.
For,
Oscars on, aren't they?
yeah, no.
Yeah, they're on tonight.
Is there any results out yet? Do we know?
No, the show hasn't started yet.
Yeah.
Amelia
Okay.
Perez wins 13 Oscars. Yeah.
Still a half hour before it starts.
4 anonymous Oscar voters all said they didn't watch Dune, or is it June? Part 2, and abstained from ranking it in the best picture balance. The first June, or was it Dune? I couldn't get through. I'm not rushing for another 3 hours of June, or is it Dune?
You see basically what they do in BAFTAs and the Oscars is they send out now downloadable stuff so that the members can vote for it, right? And they have a little thing so you can't share it and stuff like that. But the thing is, though, before all this technology, when they were voting films, they literally had to go to a screening and sit there in the cinema and watch it. Now, I think they should bring that back, because if you are a voter, you really need to see these films in the cinema to actually, take it all in.
I mean, I've watched a number of for your consideration DVDs over the years, and I agree. I think if you're gonna be a voter, you should be able to.
How many of these young people are watching on their phones?
Yeah.
The younger members of the Academy.
Also, another factor that they don't factor in is that, for instance, Dune. Okay,
or is it
part
June?
2, or is it June? Part 1 or part 2, they have the studio behind them. So, in other words, they could hire 20 to 30 cinema screens and have the voters go to it at any time. But a low-budget movie that's nominated for an Oscar, an independent film, could only hire 2. Therefore, the chances of the voters watching it is very slim, or even to none. So that's what I'm saying. It's really not fair, is it?
Do these voter people get paid?
No, they're part of the system. They're part of the Oscars. I don't know how it works in America, but I know how it works in England with the BAFTAs. So so the independent films really don't stand a chance unless it's really big. It makes a crap load of money and people are watching it.
Back in the day, I would have considered a job like that an honor. Not anymore.
Yeah.
I think that these award ceremonies just every year they lose more and more appeal and power and influence, and eventually they're just going to disappear.
Yeah, I mean, it's become this slog to watch and get through. I remember when I watched the Oscars, and it used to be kind of fun, you
Yeah.
know, but not so much these days. The films are not the quality that you
peaked
watch, and
when Smith twatted.
The thing
What's
is
his
When he
though,
no, I
slapped
think
Chris
I think
Brown.
I
Yeah.
think it peaked long before then.
Yeah, I
I,
agree.
I think what Ricky Gervais did in the Golden Globes, right?
Oh,
The first
amazing.
time he came on, everybody was shocked at what he was saying, and even
But it
when the
was all
people,
true.
yeah,
Have
but
your
it's
drugs.
insane. So
Take your award.
even
Fuck
when
off.
even when the first time he did it, even when Mel Gibson
Amazing.
came on and the rest of them, they
Incredible.
were like saying how horrible he was, whatever,
Amazing.
because the Americans didn't get it. They didn't get the humor of Ricky. The second time he came on, they got it. Right, the third time he came on, they were apprehensive about what he was going to say, and he
Yep.
literally dominated the
Amazing.
third time he came on. Do you know what I mean? That's what they need for the Oscars. They need someone to stand up and tell the truth about the whole system, which is what Ricky did. So that's what they need. If you're going to hire someone that's done late night, like a show, what is it? Late night hosting show. If you're going to get someone, he's part of the system. He's not
Is it
going to say
O'Brien
anything.
doing it?
Yeah, he's not going to say anything new
Oh,
or
yeah.
funny or clever, is he?
Okay.
He's not going to
I
be
think-
against the system. So we're just going to get the same shit that we got for the last, 8 years, 10 years, aren't we?
I love the Billy Crystal quote from when he hosted it. He's like, "Nothing takes the sting out of these tough economic times by watching millionaires give each other
Yeah,
gold
exactly.
statues."
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. We're going to super chat. I missed it when we did the lantern. Sorry, Istophobus. Sorry, my friend. Istophobus wrenched $2. I thought that was broke back lanterns.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Could be.
I would not be surprised.
I
Could
can't
be.
quit you, Hal Jordan. I can't quit you.
It's the first time I saw the trailer for that Daredevil thing when he goes, "It's agreeable to see you again." I thought, "Oh shit, they're gonna kiss. They're gonna kiss," but they didn't.
Are you rooting for it?
Yeah,
or
I was like, "What? What's going on here?"
Ian's like, kiss, kiss, kiss.
Kiss,
Jesus
kiss,
Christ.
man, kiss. Okay, let's move
Always
on.
the same shit.
Then, did I do this last week? I can't remember. Just
No.
brains
No, it didn't.
fooked. Zendaya in 2026. Shrek 5.
Weak.
Mm.
She's going to
Odyssey.
ruin Shrek, even though the animation's pretty much done that anyways.
Which one? Which one is Zendaya?
The one that I
The
think they
boy.
have pictured right there.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I could be wrong. I thought that. That's who she was.
The Odyssey.
Boo.
Well, she's busy, isn't she? You got to give her that.
Well,
Yeah,
she's
she's in
saving up for a
everything.
wedding. Saving up for a wedding.
What are you talking about? They're both billionaires. What do they need to save up for?
Well, they're having an expensive wedding.
Extravagance.
They're having it on fucking Mars. Spider-Man 4. Do you know, I think I'm going to stay away from the cinema in July.
No, I want to see Spider-Man 4.
And, oh, God. Dune, Messiah.
Not interested. Not interested in the rest. Only interested in Spider-Man 4.
Euphoria,
true.
Season 3, TBA.
Do you know what?
I
I
might
hope.
want to watch The Odyssey.
That looks stupid. I hope. I hope Gwen
Stupid,
Stacy
everybody.
is. Hope Gwen Stacy is introduced and just knocks it out of the park, and she takes a step back when it comes to the film. That's what I'm hoping.
Right. Ain't no baby coming out of those thighs. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Ista, I will do your supers when we get to the relevant section, mate. I haven't forgot. Steven Spielberg's new UFO movie is now filming, starring
wow.
Emily Blunt, Wyatt Russell, Coleman Domingo, Colin Firth, Eve Hewson, and Josh O'Connor in theaters June 12th.
Oh, I can't wait.
No.
I think it's going to be a horror, is it? Because that was his original idea before he
Well,
came up with Close Encounters.
well, here's hoping it's, more Close Encounters than War of the Worlds, but yeah. Yeah, I'd like to see this.
Yes, yeah, I can't wait. I love Spielberg.
Yeah.
I mean, the man is a bit difficult, but I mean, his films are terrific. So
Also,
very
he
well.
Oh,
hasn't
no.
made he hasn't made a great movie for a while.
So it's
Yes.
due a
Oh,
hit.
really? Is she really? Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
yuck.
She's not a bad actress, even though he once disrespected me, Bono. I think that his daughter is a decent actress.
Mm.
mm.
I do love the way Spielberg directs. I mean, some of his films are questionable, the recent ones, but the way he directs is just
Oh,
I mean,
unbelievable.
he's a legend. I'm just
Oh,
saying
yeah.
that recently, I just he hasn't really delivered a big movie
No.
in a while.
No,
I
he
hope
hasn't.
that this one is good.
Mm,
And yeah,
Yeah.
Eve Houston, I'm not going to hold anything against her.
mm.
You know that U2 album that they gave us for free?
Yeah.
The one that I
Yeah,
didn't ask for.
yeah,
It,
one that nobody asked for.
it
Right.
popped up. It popped up again on my iPhone. It just keeps coming. You just cannot get rid of it.
I can't get rid of it.
Mm.
Just cannot. It just started
I've
playing.
never once listened to it,
Started
and I
playing
can't
again
get rid
yesterday.
of. I can't get rid of it.
I hope this script that he's dealing with deals with how we see UFOs now, rather than the romantic version of UFOs. You know what
Well,
I mean?
are they called UADs now?
Yeah,
UA.
stupid. They're still UFOs to us. But
Manuel
Yeah.
Wrenched, is Cynthia Perfect Woke Evero playing an alien?
And she would need makeup.
There you go.
IUDs.
yeah,
Is it
stupid.
IUDs?
Nobody remembers that. Everybody calls them UFOs. I don't know why they
knew.
changed it. Ridiculous, isn't it?
Okay.
Stupid.
I think I'd probably go see that at the cinema.
I will.
Yeah.
I'm a Spielberg fan. I've got to see everything that he does. I hated his last two films. I thought they were. I didn't go to see that one that was based on his life because I thought it was very, very. How should I put it? Vain. Very, very vain thing to do.
Which one's that?
That one where he
Fableman.
the Fablemans.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Fablemans.
I skipped that one too. I don't know. West Side Story, The Fablemans. I'm not saying I'm
Yeah.
sure that he made those were fine films for whoever wanted those kind of movies. It's just that I really like Spielberg when he does what Spielberg does best.
Yeah,
It's more
agreed.
kind of wonder and imagination and
Yep.
escapism, and I feel like he hasn't delivered that in a while.
Well, he's grown up. He's become, because like if you look at everything that he did when he was in his prime, he was very, very childlike, isn't it? Even Indiana Jones, everything. But now he's grown up inside. He
Mhm.
seems to want to make serious subjects, doesn't he? Hence why he did Lincoln and all that sort of silliness. But
He suddenly
Online-
wanted the recognition. He shifted from kind of
Yes,
like you
yeah.
said, childlike wonder to how do I get awards and make a lot of money.
Unidentified aerial phenomenon.
UFOs, in other words.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's due a hit. Let's fingers crossed. Let's hope it's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's Neck Woman.
It's back
Ugh,
again. Back again.
that
Let me do
neck.
the super chat.
I was going to say it's Brown's favorite neck.
Okay. Ista, this is the only super chat I've got showing. So if one's disappeared, just type it up and I'll do it for you, mate. Istaphobus Wrench, $2. They listened to us. KK got pissed at our reaction.
It doesn't matter. I don't care. She's going to be known as the person that destroyed Star Wars.
Yeah.
There's no avoiding it. Live with it,
That's right.
bitch. Go away. That's
right.
my message.
Well, no,
my
you're
I tend to agree with
absolutely
you, Ian.
correct.
Okay. Kathleen Kennedy, Auntie Kathy, says she's not retiring, but has been looking at an eventual succession plan for a new leader of Lucasfilm. We'll probably make an announcement in 20 or 30 years' time. I have every intention of staying. What do you reckon?
Yeah. So this isn't a surprise just because the masked man has said she's going to be fired 500 fucking times. Doesn't mean this woman's going anywhere. So don't believe them rumors that you hear or see everywhere on social media or on Reddit.
But Cameron Pashaw said, no,
Same
just kidding.
camp.
Just kidding.
Was it Sparrow?
Yes. Well, this is exactly kind of what I said last week. Yeah, she's not going anywhere. Even if she does hand off control to somebody else, she's still going to be around. The people that she hired are still going to be in their positions of power there. It's not going to matter.
What
That's
about
right.
what
bit.
about that rumor that they were trying to sell Star Wars? Disney was trying to sell Star Wars. That's according to Chris Gore.
Yeah.
I think
And the
that was
team.
just another rumor that you can quote unquote take with a grain of salt.
Well, I think the most important part of that rumor is that they've been trying to sell Star Wars, a storied intellectual property, you know, for 7 months, and nobody was interested.
Yeah.
Is this true? Old cranky gamer. Hello, my friend. DC is the pop culture Al Gore. Is that true?
I'd have to say he's onto something.
Mhm.
He's out there. He's out there with his PowerPoint, his lethal PowerPoint presentation.
Do
I'm
you know
being
what?
super serial, you guys.
He is so Doomcock is so. Doomcock, we agreed that Doomcock's successful, isn't he? Because we know
I like
Doomcock,
Doomcock.
right?
Yeah.
I
Right.
don't care what you
But-
bastards say.
Yeah.
I like it.
But why has he still got that egg carton thing on his face? Why hasn't he gotten a better mask? He's still got that egg carton thing on his face. What's that all about?
Yeah, I think I said to Andy Masterson a
But
few
just get a
years
proper
ago. He's
mask.
designed Doomcock a proper,
Yeah, proper one.
high tech mask for fuck's sake.
Yeah, you can definitely tell it's cheap in the videos. But no, my whole
Spend
thing
some money,
is
Doomcock.
if you get called out for selling rumors, maybe stop doing that, because that's why your subscriptions went stagnant and you're not really gaining a whole lot of popularity.
Oh, is that where I
anymore.
went wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
There
so
you go. I went wrong,
selling
everybody.
rumors. Like when you
Fuck.
get called out on it and you still do it and you wonder
Shit.
why you're not growing, that's what's wrong. Do something else, find another gimmick.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably
Okay,
right.
what about KK then?
She's got a funny neck. Let's move on.
Yeah,
Okay.
her neck is not going anywhere. They'll probably put
Unfortunately-
her head in a jar like fucking Futurama, and she's going to be there until that head dies.
It's true. That is true.
Okay. Besides that,
She's annoyed. You know that, don't you? She's annoyed because she knows that she's going to go out where everybody's like, "You killed Star Wars." She knows it.
talking of killing Star Wars, Kathleen, Auntie Kathy says,
Titty.
Titty Wah Titty is now working with a new writer for his Star Wars movie.
Why?
I think if we ever do get a script from Titty, it's going to be fantastic.
No, it's not. It's going to be shit.
I already saw a first act that I loved.
You know nothing about Star Wars. You
Yeah.
tried to cast someone that was already in Star Wars. And you didn't even know she was in Star Wars, you twat. So go away.
Not only that, not only that.
Oh,
The thing is that who even talks like that? It's like, oh, maybe I'll see a first act. I saw a first act. Shut up. What is this, amateur hour? Either he has a script or he doesn't have a script. I've never in my life heard a situation where somebody meets with a studio head and said, hey, I have a first act. Here you go. Like, either you have a fucking script or you don't have one. And this has been 7 years since we announced this stupid
Yeah.
project.
Yeah.
You know, either she's an idiot as a studio head, he's an idiot as a screenwriter, or they're both idiots.
Or both. Yeah.
Well,
It's-
and he's a bit of a narcissist, so this is just to keep himself relevant as well. So he really loves gloating about how awesome he thinks he is, if you haven't noticed.
And if Kathleen Kennedy saw a first act that she loved, yeah, well,
Yeah,
she
I'm not
also
holding
saw
my
The
breath over that,
Acolyte.
Yeah.
She saw The Acolyte and loved it. So, yeah, it's probably garbage.
Well, probably the reason why she liked it is probably because it had women bosses in
Probably.
the first act. So that's what it's all about,
Lesbians.
isn't it?
Yeah,
That's what
Les
she's
is
all about.
amazing.
Yeah.
Although The Acolyte did provide us with the best comedic moments of last year, didn't it?
I did not watch it.
You know when when the all those witches kind of got force feedback.
Yes.
Piss funny.
Mm.
Genuine.
Wars
I just belly laughed when I saw it. Amazing.
Star Wars is dead. It's dead. It really
Yeah.
is dead. So
Gone.
it's, yeah.
It's dead, everybody.
It is
So-
dead.
So, are we going to get a 50th anniversary movie then?
Don't care.
I hope not, because it'll be just girl boss thing, won't it? That's all it will
Mhm.
be.
Yeah, it's gonna suck ass if we do. Who cares? I'm not gonna spend money on it. That's for damn sure. So-
Unless they hire me and Price,
There you
and
go.
then all the women are going to be hot as hell
You can make that happen.
with lightsabers. and then,
And when they hire you, just kick Pablo Hidalgo out, and I'll take that
Yeah.
role. And
It's going to be R-rated after we're finished with it. So there you go. That'll be interesting.
Okay, let's
Move
fuck
on.
off, Titty.
Oh, hello. Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, this was awful.
Sarah Michelle Gellar plays tribute to Michelle Trachtenberg after her tragic passing. Michelle, listen to me. Listen, I love you. I will always love you. The hardest thing in this world is to live in it. I will be brave. I will live for you.
You know what she's really saying? She's saying, look at me, look at me.
Yes,
look at me. I
exactly.
am
Look
so,
at me. I'm a decent
Oh,
human
yeah,
being.
I am
and
such a decent human being. I care.
That's right.
It's all rubbish, isn't it?
It's not a sense of care that comes from.
Yeah.
It does not come from a good place, in my opinion. I'm with Ian on this one.
I tend to agree.
Yeah,
You
it's
cynical
a bit
bastards.
self-serving.
Yeah.
Cynical.
But Michelle Trachtenberg's passing was tragic.
It is.
Bad as that.
She was young. She was 39.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
she hadn't even hit 40, dude. It's
And
yes,
I mean-
unfortunately, yeah, she had some issues with alcoholism,
Her liver. It was
and
a liver.
recently had a liver transplant.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh dear.
yeah.
See, Hollywood's an evil place, man. You know, instead of trying to protect young actresses and young actors, especially when they've started at a young age, they just ply them with drugs and all that kind of shit. And it's just like a cesspool down there now. You know, why
I-
would you even bother?
I
Don't know.
I follow her on Instagram,
Hmm.
or did anyway. And she posted some pictures of her a few months ago, and she was unrecognizable. She
Yeah.
did not look like anything like her
Hmm.
former self.
No.
Yeah.
If you've had an organ transplant
Yeah.
at that age, yikes.
Yeah. And of all of the people that I would have figured would die early, it definitely wouldn't have been Michelle Trachtenberg. It probably would have been Nicholas Brendan, because he's a raging alcoholic too. So, wow. Yeah, very sad.
dear. Alcohol and cigarettes or tobacco are the worst, folks. Shall we move on?
Yes, please.
Oh, gee.
Remembering Gene Hackman, 1930 to 2025.
What a powerhouse actor he was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just amazing.
He didn't give any fucks with any director. That hear that story about him and William Friedkin on French Connection. The first day they were on set, and it was bloody freezing in New York, and he was telling him to stand there, and Gene Hackman said "fuck you" and walked off. So it's too cold. Fuck you. And then they panicked, and the next day he came back, and he still gave them hell. So Gene Hackman, bless him. Before he was famous, he was like, "I'm not putting up with this shit." Do you know what I mean? And everybody respected him for that, you know. And I think the director still to this day doesn't like him at all. So yeah, so there you go.
Yeah, just an amazing actor.
Yeah, he is.
So many outstanding performances from him, and just like Alan Rickman, there wasn't a time where he phoned anything in. He gave everything 100% and made every film that he was in just a little bit better.
Yeah, he did. Lex Luthor.
Best Lex Luthor.
Oh
Best
yeah,
Lex Luthor.
yeah, great,
Yes.
great Lex Luthor. The film Unforgiven was
Fantastic.
absolute classic.
Yeah.
Not just a great film, great Western, as just in the genre, but yeah, he's had so many amazing performances, and you were never disappointed by whatever the film was. He was always there to be the best possible version of whatever he was playing.
Was he in the Poseidon
so
Adventure?
talented.
He was, yeah. He
Yeah.
played the preacher.
Great
Played the
movie.
preacher.
Great movie.
Yeah, he was terrific. There's again, right? Who said this? Barbara. There's not one performance in any film that he's been in that you think he's shit.
No.
None of them.
No.
None of them. I'm not saying that because he's
Even
dead either. You know
Even
what I
if the film was maybe mediocre, Gene Hackman's performance, like I said, he never phoned anything in. He was always willing to be a consummate professional and give everything 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love him as an actor. I'm deeply saddened at this loss.
Yeah. Everything comes to an end, I guess. So
Well, and they were initially saying what carbon monoxide poisoning for him, his
Yeah.
wife, and his dog, but now they're suspecting
Yeah.
foul play, and I'm like,
I don't know that they're
Oh.
suspecting foul play yet, but yeah, there's
I think
there's
it's
some
just-
oddities to
Yeah.
what's
Something's
happening.
fishy going on with this one. It just
It's going
doesn't.
to take
Yeah.
it's going to take some time for autopsies and toxicology and everything.
I
But
mean,
yeah, it
there's
seems
there's
very
something
weird.
obvious here that nobody wants to, address. Basically, he had a fortune that was worth about $80 million. Now, his wife, which was significantly younger, would have inherited a lot of it, or most of it, or
Well,
whatever it is.
most of it, yeah.
Yeah, would have inherited a lot. A lot of it would have gone to her. Now, if they're both not there, I believe that in that case, his fortune then goes
Daughters,
to his
right?
kids,
Mhm.
and then perhaps has nothing to do with her. And if that's the case, at least if we were doing one of those kind of NCIS or one of those stupid shows, at least there's a motive.
Mm.
I'm not saying anybody did anything bad, but I'm saying, like,
Allegedly.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not saying
Okay.
anything. I don't know. It could all be
Yeah.
just some freak accident,
Yeah.
or whatever it is.
I mean,
We have to remember that tragedies do happen. I
Yes.
mean,
Tragedies certainly happen. I just
Yeah.
hope that the police there are just at least looking at all the different scenarios.
yeah.
no, I agree.
It's the fact that they had been dead for so long that they had begun to mummify.
Yeah.
Yes.
They recently some of the early stuff that's come out, the evidence that's been released by the local sheriff's office that's doing the investigations, is that they do have the data from his pacemaker now,
Oh,
and
okay.
the last time it recorded an event, which is when the pacemaker needs to activate, was on the 17th. So if that's the case, that's very likely when he would have passed. And so that they had been there almost 2 weeks.
Do you know what? Right, there's something that my dad told me when he was, because my dad passed away of cancer. So when he was suffering, he told me that he said to me, "There's an old saying, you can't be king forever." And you know what? Right, that makes sense to me now, because if you look at Gene Hackman in his prime, even when he wasn't in his prime, every performance he gives is like a great command, isn't it? And you see him,
Yeah.
it's just great command, and then you see a picture of him all frail and walking down the street with his wife and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I understand that quote now. Do you know what I mean? You could be all powerful at one point, and then the next thing, you're like that. Do you know what I mean? So
It's tough to grow old, but all I know
Yeah.
is that $80 million is a lot of money. And
Oh,
I
wow.
just know, and again,
Yep.
I'm not accusing. I have no idea. I don't have any access to any information beyond me just saying random crap. But I'll say that I saw that his children were saying that they hadn't talked to him in a while, and that she was sort of all calls went through the wife. She was
Yes.
monitoring it. $80
That's the
million
weird thing.
children, they're not talking to him. A wife that's sort of 30 years younger and in control of his affairs. I mean, it could be that there's just, she saw that he passed away and she was very sad and took pills or whatever it is. There's a lot of different theories I hear.
But why
and
is
all
the
of them
dog
could,
gone? Would
Yeah,
she
I
have
mean-
killed the dog?
No,
mean,
the
No,
dog
the
was
dog
locked
was
up in a
rated.
kennel,
the
Oh.
dog was
so
locked in
it
a
died
kennel.
of malnutrition.
I think Price is trying to be a Columbo here.
Yeah, I was going to say, move
All
over.
I'm saying-
Price Columbo.
I'm not, listen. The
Just
thing
one
is,
more thing.
it's like, you watch those kind of Dateline shows. This is stuff that if this is a Dateline, you hear like the spooky music and the announcer is like, so the police thought that it was a foul play, but it turns out, you know what I mean? Like, this is
True.
exactly that type of situation. It happens to be Gene Hackman, but there's something awfully fishy about this whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mm.
in my head, there is a scenario that could be explain a lot of it, because the front door was left open, and he was found in a mudroom in the kitchen, and she was found in the bathroom.
yeah.
Carbon monoxide was ruled out because they said they didn't find a gas leak. But that's not to say that he didn't vent it out when he opened the front door.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
It's
that's
also
true.
possible that something may have happened to her first, and she was in a panic looking for pills or something,
Yeah.
collapsed in the bathroom, and when he found her, he panicked, was trying to go and call for help or something, and fell. And at that age,
Yeah.
you're
I
not
mean,
prone.
there's
not
a
getting back
lot
up.
of scenarios that
Yeah.
don't involve foul play
Yeah.
but it doesn't matter. It's all equally tragic.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Hopefully,
And
there's
she-
some answers coming
and-
from toxicology and stuff.
Yeah, hopefully. And she, even though she was much younger, she had a career in her own right. She was a concert pianist
Mm.
and very talented. So
Yeah.
Okay. Sidestepping.
She. But I if we divided the net worth here, if we divided, I feel like the majority of the 80 million was probably his.
His.
Mhm.
Okay. Morgan Freeman, one of the personal highlights of my career was bringing the French film Daredevil
Under suspicion.
to life with the incredible, gifted Gene Hackman, and of
Daredevil.
course, Unforgiven.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, my friend.
Daredevil.
Yeah. I remember seeing Under Suspicion actually in the cinema. I thought it was quite good. It was directed by Clint Eastwood, wasn't it? I think. It was quite good. He played the president, I think. Was always or am I mixing it up with some other film? Can't remember.
Unforgiven was directed by Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Okay. Sidestep.
Let's just talk about Superman.
Michael Rosenbaum. It's my
Mm.
favorite Lex Luthor and one of the all-time greatest actors. Rest in peace.
Oh.
Again, this is not about him. You know what I mean? It's bollocks, isn't it? Come on. You know.
I love Gene Hackman's autograph though for
Yeah.
to the second best Lex Luthor.
That's great.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's funny. Yeah,
That is
at
good.
least that.
That is good.
But he
This
was
isn't-
good. He
This
was
isn't
good
as
at that.
bad as the Sarah Michelle
I
Gellar
guess.
thing.
Yeah,
No,
I guess.
I don't think it's
Not,
nearly
not
as
I
quite
love
as
that poster.
narcissistic.
yeah.
That poster. That was
Yeah.
the first poster I saw when I was going to school. I was just
Rainbow
like,
poster,
that's
way
not-
ahead of the curve.
Yeah. I was,
Much like Star Trek: The Motion Picture, with the rainbow way ahead of the curve.
Brown, you seem to be really into them rainbows, sir.
Moving on. Mel Brooks.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
I was
He's still alive, Mel Brooks.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's still
Wow.
alive, dude.
Still kicking.
talking. I was privileged to know Gene Hackman because he played tennis with another Gene, Gene Wilder. And that Gene told him about a little role called the Blind Hermit in our movie, Young Frankenstein. He said, "Do you think Mel would let me play it? I've always wanted to do a comedy. Needless to say, I was over the moon, and he was in the and he was perfect. Yeah,
He was.
He was perfect in that movie.
I like him in Young Frankenstein. It's a small role, but it's cool.
It's the best part of the
That
whole
was-
movie. I love it.
I was going to make
Cigars.
espresso.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Right, it started off where Gene Wilder wrote Young Frankenstein on top of his page, and because he wrote that, he created a whole film out of that. Out of that title, so there you go, and it is a brilliant film. It is. It's
Yeah.
one of those films I cried with laughter. You know,
Oh, yes.
and that's saying something. You know,
I don't
Well,
think
he
I've ever
made
seen
he
it.
made he made this, but he agreed to do Blazing Saddles so that they would make this, right? Wasn't that the deal?
I don't know, but Gene Wilder was absolutely brilliant in this film. The jokes just kept coming and coming.
Oh gosh, yes.
Yeah, it's very.
Oh,
funny.
here you go, Tom Wrenched. That's Peter Boyle.
It is,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was Peter Boyle.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Since passed. Rest in peace,
yeah.
Peter Boyle too. Yeah.
He's one of those
Right.
natural actors as well, isn't he, Peter Boyle?
I really
Very
liked him,
natural.
and as much as I hated some characters on Everybody Loves Raymond, Peter Boyle made that show
Raymond.
worth it.
Raymond was a good program.
hmm
Okay, I think I might. It's been. I can't remember watching Young Frankenstein, or if I've seen it.
It's
just clips.
Frankenstein.
Exactly.
Frankenstein.
You know, it was always
Ah.
they always showed at ITV at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. I don't know if you remember that. It was always on ITV. And I remember always laughing at especially when he gets to the station and the train station. Those scenes are absolutely hilarious. But
yes,
yeah,
this is a yearly event for Halloween time every
is
year.
it? Yeah.
Watch this. It's just
Yeah.
I need
Is
to see
Marty
it
classic.
again.
Feldman?
It may be my favorite Mel Brooks movie.
Is
Marty Feldman, yes,
Yeah,
is in
yeah.
it. But it's just the stupid jokes like, "Oh, wonderful knockers," when what's her name's right in front of him.
What knockers? Oh,
What knockers?
thank you, Doctor.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it Frederick?
Oh yeah,
Frederick Frankenstein.
yeah. And Gene Wilder was so absolutely hilarious in this film. It's just I don't understand because he started off as a serious actor and suddenly he was just a genuinely funny and just gifted.
Well, he met Mel Brooks.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah.
agree with me, yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Very funny. Yeah.
Okay, sidestep.
Clint.
So Clint
Yeah.
Eastwood, extremely saddened by the passing of Gene Hackman. He will be deeply missed.
He didn't write that.
No.
His
He's
PR
too old.
people wrote it.
He's
His
about the
PR
same
people
age,
wrote
isn't
it.
he?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then there's another mini sidestep.
Mm.
Clint Eastwood pays tribute to Gene Hackman. There was no finer actor than Gene. Intense and instinctive, never a false note. He was also a dear friend whom I will miss very much.
Again, his PR people wrote this.
Mhm.
Oh, well, in a
Clint
bed.
Eastwood doesn't even know what X is. I can tell you that for nothing. He doesn't even know.
No,
what it is.
he's more of a Twitter man.
Well, maybe somebody ran it by him. Somebody
Yeah,
drafted
exactly.
Cheers,
something.
Babs.
They could have
Yeah.
just read it to him before they sent it.
Yeah. That's probably what happened. But the idea that he's on Twitter and typing it out, that's not what happened. So yeah, I like Clint Eastwood. I think Clint Eastwood's probably the next to go, which is gonna
Yeah,
Oh,
be
I mean,
yeah.
he's
bad.
like,
Yeah.
I don't know, he's like 200 years old. Guy's
Mm.
ancient. But yeah.
Okay. Speaking of Oscars, I hope I've done my.
Boo.
Who's this geezer then? What's going
Go
on?
from Gene
You
Hackman
whore.
to this.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Carla Sophia Gahon plans to be at the Oscars. Sources confirm Netflix will pay for the Amelia Perez star to attend the Emmy today at the Dolby Theatre in Hollywood.
I was
Netflix
going
is
to ask. I'm like, who the fuck is this bitch? I've never seen the name or the
Dude.
face. Sorry.
Netflix is literally paying for this Oscar. They've literally gone out their way to try and persuade people right across the board in the industry. That's what they do now. They don't rely on the people that the boards that vote for it. They go and they feed people and they give them special gifts and stuff like that, special screenings and all that. And I wouldn't be surprised if this fella got the Best Actress award. I wouldn't be surprised.
I hope she gets all 13 nominations and gets
Whips it out, huh?
Mhm.
lob.
No.
Do you know what? Right, I don't
What?
care if this guy wants.
No,
to
we
be
do
a-
care. We do care.
If this guy wants to be a girl, that's fine. That's totally fine. Go and do your thing, right? But it is very, very wrong that you're nominated for
We do care,
a
Ian.
female award when you're not a female. I think
We do
that's
care.
bad.
Well,
because
it's just
it's
like
wrong.
women,
Ista, there you go. It's on
women
the
in
screen there.
sports. You know,
It's on the screen there.
getting pwned by
That's right.
people with penises
Wait,
competing in women's sports. So.
Ian, are you trying to say that this year there's more men nominated for awards than women?
I don't know, mate. I really don't know.
Isn't that bad? Didn't they want equality?
Well, the thing is that this film is only nominated because of that DEI shit that's been placed into the Oscars.
Yeah, and it's a
rules, right?
terrible, terrible movie.
I haven't seen it, so I don't care.
If Carla Sophia Gahon wins, that's it for the Oscars.
Do you know what? Right, if he wins and
just
all the
think one of them.
actresses stand up, and
Yes.
start clapping him, then what what do we say about those actresses? They're basically mental. They don't understand what's actually happening.
They're dumb. They're dumb, and they're going to
Yeah.
clap. But I don't think he. I don't think he. I don't think he's going to win. I think that they're
don't
going to
think
give it to
so, yeah.
somebody else to avoid all of this, and also because of all the stuff that he said, and he was saying insulting stuff. He's not going to win the award. They're going to give it to some ladies, and then they'll clap, and it'll just blow over.
Do you know what? I hope he wins. I really do.
Yeah.
Oh, I want him to win. Yeah.
So funny.
Amelia Bedelia Ranch, she's a modern woman. Just ignore the Hellgast. This I do like. World of Sport. She's got some balls showing up after those tweets came up. Very good.
Big,
Thinking
hairy
man's
balls.
joke. Like it. Okay.
Good
We
luck.
will find
Well-
out in a few hours, won't we?
Good luck to
We
him.
But-
Good
will.
luck to him.
The entire country of Mexico hates it, and the entire tea community hates it. You fucked up. He's
If,
not going to win anything.
if the
Shit.
Oscar, if the people that rule or in charge of the Oscars decides to give this man an Oscar for a
Woman.
female role, then God bless them. That's all I can say.
American
Let them do
women
their
will be
thing.
revolting. I'm
Let them
telling
do
Good
their
you.
luck,
thing.
everybody. Good luck, everybody.
Exactly.
I'm rooting for it because then the Oscars will just be dead. We will see
Yeah,
through
yeah,
exactly
yeah.
how fixed and ridiculous the Oscars are. That they have no place in
It got
society, no
nominated.
relevancy.
It got nominated because it was nothing but Hollywood virtue signaling. And then she, it comes out that she's just incredibly racist. And yeah.
That's it.
And then they
she's,
start
she's
dissing.
cured now. She's
Yeah.
changed. So she's,
Yep.
she's cured.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Okay. I'm advertising your channel, Babs. I'm good, aren't I?
Thank
Speaking
you.
of, they just showed this woman in the Oscars after Conan made a joke.
Excuse me?
What?
Excuse me? What did you say?
Man,
There you go.
Okay, we've got
this person.
Babs, we've got a request. Are you available?
You fucked up.
Again.
You fucked up.
You fucked up. Okay.
Oh no.
Francis Ford Coppola has responded to being nominated for the worst director, screenplay, and picture for Megalolopala at the Razzies. So few have the courage to go against the prevailing trends of contemporary movie making. In this wreck of a world today where art is given scores. And that was it.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, this isn't art. What he created, it's just a tragedy. That's what it is.
Did
He
you ever
spent
see
all
it?
that.
I didn't see
I
it.
watched
I-
15 minutes. That was enough.
I'm gonna surprise everybody here.
I know you like this. Yeah.
I didn't say that I liking it is pushing it a bit far, but what I'll say is that when I watched the movie, I understood what he was trying to do. He was by no means not going for your kind of traditional narrative, whatever it was. It was something that was like semi avant-garde. And you know what? It's his money, it's his vision, and he wanted to do it. Knowing what he was trying to do, even if I don't like it or I like it, I could appreciate at least aspects of it. Even though it's not a film like, that speaks directly to me, I didn't think it was complete shit. I think that it was something very personal to a vision of his, a vanity of vanity projects, an homage to like silent cinema and German expressionism. It's not for everybody, but he did it, and he's not a studio. He's a personal person with some avant-garde vision that he wanted to do. I don't think he should be nominated along with those kind of IPs that have been hijacked with DEI and all these kind of sequels of sequels. This was his money, his movie, his
Yep.
studio, and he did something avant-garde, and he likes it. And I don't think he should be nominated for these.
It's not for everyone, but it's not for anyone. There you go. So
You know what?
Ooh,
I
that's
didn't-
deep.
Gonna
That's
say.
deep. Jesus.
I could understand what he was trying to do. Again, it's not necessarily a movie that I would make, but when I sat there, I could appreciate certain aspects of it. I'm not just saying that. There were certain things that I could appreciate, and I was able to watch the whole thing. Having a movie that's kind of weird and avant-garde and does a mind fuck and all this stuff to your brain, That's also something. It's not for everybody. When they did Un Chien Andalou, Louis Buñuel or whatever it is, it's not for everybody. If you watch it now, they wrote down their dreams on pieces of paper. There's a bunch of ants like walking on a guy's hand and all this weird crap happening. Until this day, it's considered like a breakthrough in cinema. So you may like it or you may not like it. It's not the traditional narrative structure or storytelling the way that we like it, but he's allowed to do it. It's his money. I don't think it's the same type of thing as those type of Razzies, whatever they're doing. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess. But you have to understand other people have opinions, and the Razzies have their opinion, and their opinion was
but the
terrible.
Razzies, the Razzies
It was
lost
terrible.
credibility. The Razzies lost credibility though, didn't they, years ago?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Just a quickie. Skype is shutting down on May 5th, everybody.
Oh no, really? Why?
Yeah.
Does
it's
anybody
not
still
surprised.
use it? That's so
I
That's
weird.
why it's
used it
shutting down.
I used it a couple of months ago.
Yeah,
Oh.
they haven't. This
Oops.
hasn't really been updated. No new features, anything added to this in like 5 years. So it's
I
yeah,
spoke to my friend in LA a couple of months ago.
yeah.
Mm.
So yeah,
Wow.
they've moved pretty much all the technology in Skype. They've moved over into their free Teams app.
Wow.
So,
Oh, Teams. of
Oh,
course.
okay.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Goodbye, Skype.
Peace.
Is it?
No.
in the bin.
Is it?
in the bin. In the
Let's-
bin.
Let's put Ian
Is
in
it
the
shoe
bin.
day?
Fucking didn't.
In the bin.
Is it Daisy?
Do I do a good impression of you, Ian?
Yeah, it was great.
Faultless.
Stop.
Is
it's
it?
a double.
Is it Rennie?
It should
If
be.
it's me, you're in there with me, friend. I'm just. We'll be bin
No.
mates.
We should have the bag of dicks section.
We should. Yeah.
We should.
Every time Rennie's on, it should be
Is
a
it
different
Stalin?
logo.
No. Is it Greta? How dare
It's
you?
Trump, isn't it? It's got to be Trump with his argument with.
God, you see
can't
that?
remember his name, yeah.
Christ.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Bit bad was that? Should
It
have done
should
that
be a
behind.
Zelensky. Oh,
Should have done
sorry.
that behind closed doors. Be professional, boys and girls. Do it behind closed doors.
Watch the entire thing, and it's basically
Well,
equivalent
if-
to. Well, no, I've been in board meetings, so you don't know unless you've been in one.
Yeah, but were they
But
were
it's
they,
very similar
but were
to
they
a board
transmitted
meeting.
to live millions of TV?
Yeah.
No, but it's a business.
Well, there you go.
business type
I'm right,
meeting
you're wrong.
led by a
I'm right, you're wrong.
businessman. So I
I'm
get
right, you're
it.
wrong.
It did not offend me. And honestly,
I'm
at
right,
the
you're wrong.
beginning, there were a lot of peaceful,
Just
like,
amuse yourself.
implications. And then, stupidity happened. And unfortunately, didn't work out.
I mean, I watched the whole hour, and I will say that I think that Zelensky, if there's one thing that I could
All right.
say, not that anybody cares about my opinion, but I'll say that knowing that he's a guy that wasn't well liked here by this administration to begin with, to come in here not wearing a suit and to start blabbing there for an hour
Yeah.
about arguing all of his cases, those were mistakes on his end as well. Whatever you
Yeah.
feel about how Trump reacted, it's not like Zelensky came and played his hand correctly.
I will
Agreed.
say you have to respect. You have to, even if you don't like Trump or Vance, you have to respect the building that you're in, and the building dictates you wear a suit. That's just me.
He's not a general, and he's not wearing a general's outfit. He's wearing just some pajamas. So, like, he's like,
That's true.
This is not like my wartime pajamas. That doesn't work. You know what I mean? You wear when
Okay.
you want a country to give you, like, already you've taken hundreds of billions of dollars from them, and you're just coming in there. What he needed to do is, if he was smart, he would have worn a suit, sat there,
Sorry, man.
not said all the stuff that he said. He would have nodded and said yes, 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 and then behind closed doors, argue as much as you want, say all the things that you want to say. But in front of the cameras, I think Zelensky, who wasn't on his home turf, should have respected the rules of the House, sat
Mhm.
there, nodded with his head, and made it seem all very pleasant. That's what I would have done if I was him.
The
Do you know what,
price
right?
is right.
He
Yeah,
basically-
I'm with Price on this.
he was doing really great, Trump, up to this point. He should have been more diplomatic, in my opinion. I saw a bit
Okay.
of
Well,
it.
again,
Maybe I'm wrong. I
Go
don't
to
know.
a board meeting, and this is exactly how they play out. And this is by someone who is used to being in board meetings. So I get that. And it may not have looked the best, but attend a board meeting. You'll understand.
Tell you what, I think we'll go straight to the And finally,
He needed an interpreter too. I feel like
Exactly.
Zelensky needed an
is it Trump?
interpreter because, like,
I
the
think,
part that he started saying, "Oh, you'll see what'll happen in your oceans." It almost sounded like a threat, which
It
I
did.
think that partly derailed it. He needed an interpreter, Zelensky. He needed to wear a suit and he needed to be quiet, and that probably would have been 10 times better for him. Just my 2 cents.
I think they've made it worse though.
and finally,
So is it Trump then? Is he going in the bin,
it was,
or is it Zelensky?
Liz
you'll never
Wheeler.
know, folks. You'll never know.
It was Liz Wheeler.
Was
I
it
saw
Starmer for giving $3 billion a year to Ukraine for the next 100 years?
Starmer deserves
Anywho.
doesn't deserve to be in the bin. He deserves to be in a coffin.
Oh,
Like,
Bloody
like what
idiot.
was it? Con?
Oh, sorry,
Buried
doors. Somebody at the
alive.
door. Buried alive. Buried alive.
He does, man.
Sorry, I'm back in a minute. Doors knock.
Okay, finally, what's happening? Well, peace out, Brown Scout.
Have you seen these AIs with both of them where Zelensky is slapping punched Trump out? Have you seen them? The AI ones. Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of them run.
Who's this? Who's this? Ian Diaz.
Oh god, here we go.
Oh, it's that short little guy from England that I got to hang out with.
Our
Short little guy, look who's talking, love.
with attitude. With attitude. Don't forget.
I
with
admit
bad
I'm short.
attitude. Bad attitude. Our Indiegogo campaign needs a boost. Well, we all need a boost, Ian. £600 remaining with 43 days left. I
Aw,
have one.
That's so sweet.
What is that? 1,045 amazing followers,
Yeah.
and we would be grateful
11:45.
if each of you could chip in.
Yeah, it's not going well. I mean, I've got
Aw.
43 days. I've only collected 600 quid. So, but you know,
Better than
kinda-
nothing.
Yeah, I know. I kind of knew it was going to go this way because my social media reach is not very, high. So whatever I get is whatever I get. You know, I'm grateful that people have actually given me money. So there you go. But it would be nice if more people gave me money. So there you go.
all
There
these
is-
people here in the chat, they're all going to run out and give you some money. Come on, guys.
These are all good
Just
people,
go give Ian a little bit of money.
even
well,
if it's
and
a
if you can't afford to, just at least share because I get
Exactly.
it. Times are hard, so
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
no pressure. Just
We've
please
got-
share.
There's 91 people watching this. Even if it was $5, that's 91 times that.
Unfortunately, Brown can't afford to contribute since he'll be bailing
No,
himself
I've-
out of jail soon. For the Keir Starmer comment.
I've donated many times, haven't I?
Yeah,
Ian?
yeah, you have.
I'm just kidding.
I mean,
There is a pin message in the chat, folks. But every week I include Ian's GoFundMe
Aw, that's sweet.
but look,
in the description.
I was going to say that's an exclusive clip there from Rebecca Gold. If you
Can't
click on
play
that,
that.
no, I'm just saying if you
Yeah.
click on it, people, then you'll see exclusive clip from Rebecca Gold, and it's a good clip as well. So hopefully that will encourage you to just give me a bit of money.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Arch Colin and Mr. Brown Alliance, Wrench, by the way, that's me. Would it be okay if I shield the stream for tomorrow? Yeah, because it is.
Yeah, go ahead.
Aw, that's very kind of him to ask.
There's a
Very
wrench. You're allowed to do
polite.
such things. Okay. Barbara Lawrence wrenched. Thank you, Mr. Brown.
Aw.
We're only 47 subscribers away from 1K.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah. Yep. 47 subscribers away from still not being monetized.
But wait, with 500, don't you get with 500? Can't you?
Yeah,
do-
but
Nope. We were supposed to, but they denied it.
why?
Yeah.
Why would they deny it?
yeah, what was the reasoning behind
Um,
that?
Because every time we've applied, it says we have reused content.
It's because I just do the
Oh.
video things, even
That
though it's
sucks.
Yeah. It
copyright
does.
free. I know.
Yeah,
I'm
it's all
sorry.
and it's all public domain too. But no, we're not able to get super chats or anything like that. So,
Here you go, Wayfarer,
well done, Wayfarer.
Project Wrench. One spot. We're 25 from 1K. Wow. Damn.
Nice.
Okay.
See?
John Z's made a point. Where am I looking? John Z wrenched. Drink has got good reach. Ask him.
Yeah, the thing is though, even if we ask him, then what's he going to say? He's just gonna call us out. That'd be nice, but I think he'll be more useful when the actual thing is finished. And I'll send him a copy and then he can review it or whatever. I think, but we can ask him though, can't we? I guess we can ask
I
him
would
to
say,
shout
Atom
out.
Babs, when you get to the 1,000, perhaps you should maybe think about doing something else that would be.
We do have a couple of shows that we have been working on to add out that are recorded and scripted. But even the live streams that we do, which is nothing but public domain and joking around.
Okay. Maybe upload stuff on the main channel, then transfer the what you call it, the live streams onto another channel and build that again. Maybe.
Yeah,
anyway.
we're all working on it, but 47 away and from 1,000.
Okay. Do you want to do the bin?
What's in
do
the
you
bin?
want to show them what's in the bin?
Okay.
That's just going to cause more controversy.
Okay, there's a politicky one, but I think we got politicked out. We'll do something else. Okay.
What's in the box? Oh, hello.
Who saw this?
Your face.
Exclusive.
Starship
Troopers remake.
Oh, why?
No more remakes.
Yeah, why?
Please, for God's sake.
Because
just
you wish
stop.
it.
Why do this? Why?
25 years too late, I'll put it.
And also, it'll be as tame as hell, wouldn't it? Because Starship Troopers, that is really savage, wasn't it? And bloody, and also taking the piss out of the Americans right across the board. They're just going to tame it down, and you'll end up with rubbish at the end of the day. So it's just pointless. Pointless.
If Verhoeven was directing,
He won't be allowed to do it. Not today.
With Johnny Rico, probably executive.
He wouldn't be allowed to do it.
And the
today.
original team from Starship Troopers.
He wouldn't be allowed. They would never allow him because the money's coming from Sony.
That's
assuming.
why it will fail then.
Yeah, exactly. They they won't allow it. It's again, right. This goes back to the James Bond thing. Will they allow James Bond to be James Bond?
No.
Probably not. So there you go. This is the world we live in now.
One of my favourite films, everybody. Starship Troopers, incredible. Okay, Stream Killer.
Yep. Yeah.
Stream
Just
Killer.
why? Just new ideas.
Yeah.
Somebody, anybody, new ideas. new
Want to know
things.
more? No.
No,
Stop
I
remaking
don't.
stuff.
Stop remaking stuff.
Yeah.
Stop rebooting stuff. Jesus Christ. For the
Yeah.
love of God, make it stop.
Yeah, Sony, give me some money. I need to finish something. Give me
Yeah,
some money. Sony.
Starship Gold. Starship Rebecca.
Poopers.
Yeah. Starship Rebecca. Okay. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Okay. Arch Colin, we're talking about the Goon Show tomorrow on FFSI. And there's a link, everybody.
Goon Show.
What time, Archer? Okay.
Does anyone remember the Goon Show, though? That's the question.
I've never heard of that.
I know you haven't.
Harry Seacombe,
It's a British thing.
Spike Milligan. Okay. I think that is it, folks.
What was in the bin then?
Liz Kershaw.
Yeah.
Never heard of
Yeah.
her.
I wanted to say Wheeler because she's been all over the American news, but this is a UK thing.
Okay. I'll just quickly say the UK Army are employing 2 DEI officers, £60,000 a year, whereas a frontline soldier is on about 25. So a DEI officer gets more money than a frontline soldier in the UK.
Which, in a way, is discrimination.
They don't see it that way, though, do they?
I know.
Okay.
Whether you want to consider it reverse or forward.
What
or
a
whatever,
load of
but
old bollocks.
bullshit.
Okay. Wayfarer's doing his gig straight after. It's going to auto raid everybody. So that is
Oh,
it,
that's
folks.
nice.
Chat, you are wonderful. Thank you for the interaction, the super chats, and being there and keeping us on our toes. So you're the best, folks. You are the best.
Sing "You're the Best Around" from Cobra
You're
Kai
the
and Karate Kid.
Nothing's ever going to get you down. You're the best around.
There you go.
Rennie, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Good to chat with you guys on the panel and see you guys in the chat. You guys are the greatest. And husband, if you're listening, start making the popcorn. So thank you.
You watching the Oscars?
No, we're gonna watch Godfather Coda. So we watched the first two. We're running a little late on the third one. So Godfather time.
That
Nice.
Coda one.
Yes. Oh, you know what? Coda is better than the regular Godfather 3, so I'll take it. An improvement is an improvement, and I'm happy. Being Italian American, I'll take what I can get.
I've seen both of them, and neither of them need to exist. I'll take the first and second one. Those are masterpieces. That third one annoys me every time I watch it.
It's because of Sofia Coppola, but she's cut out a lot in Coda.
It's not just because of her. It's like the movie just doesn't capture the
Cheers,
magic
everybody.
that the first two did.
No, and I get you, but there's only so much you can do like 20 years later, right? So
I understand.
I take what I can get.
Fair enough.
The Mega Geek. Cheers, Ian.
No worries, guys. No worries.
He's been on fire tonight. Very heated.
No, there was no. What stream
No,
were you listening to?
No price of reason.
Oh,
I
I was
was
talking
heated.
about me. I was like, what?
I think Ian was heated too. He's
You
I
were
think
more
there were a
heated.
few moments
You're
that he also
becoming
was kind of heated.
You're becoming a crowd favorite. They love you anyway, but cheers, Price.
Thanks, man.
What a joy to have Barbara this evening.
Oh my God. I love you guys. I do. I love being on here. It's so much fun. Thank you.
Cheers, Prof.
Cheers. Great seeing everybody in the chat this evening. Wonderful panel. Always glad to be here.
Price does rock. Price is right. Mr. Brown Lance. Thank you, Mr. Brown Lance. Who's plugging stuff? And then we're going to go.
I can do a quick plug.
Yeah, go on.
I'm trying to get people to subscribe to the second channel, to the live stream one. So all you have to do is go to Price of Reason Live on YouTube. You'll see like a purple version of my avatar,
What?
and just subscribe to that channel without even thinking about it.
Babs, are you... Oh, look at that.
Hi.
You're right. Are you plugging?
Just my channel, B-roll stage. Adam and I do a live show every Friday. Last Friday was a little off the rails, but come and by and subscribe.
Just a little.
Also, just a little. Also, I will be on Total Recall on Wednesday talking about used cars.
Nice. Prof, anything?
Oh yeah, just the usual. Price and I do a show on Price of Reason Live, which he's already plugged. We'll do our show, The Night Owl, on Tuesday and Thursday evenings, 11:45 Eastern. Come and join us.
Okay.
It is a fun watch.
That is definitely it, folks. I think Trev's doing his gig tomorrow, or B-Sup. We're back Wednesday.
Give me some money.
Well, I think... Yeah, give
Who
him
do you
some
think
money.
you are? Zelensky?
Wednesday. Tell you what, Wednesday. If we're not doing the end of Skeleton Crew, we'll do best Gene Hackman movies. Open bar Thursday. Modding that. Back at the weekend, folks.
If you're modding that, just get him to mention Rebecca Gold, will you? Just get
Brown asked Drinker for a lot, so I will say Drinker is very kind to Brown. He has to just bring it up in a nice way, but yes, he will, I'm sure. Brown is always batting for all of his friends. Sorry, Brown.
I am.
Yeah, you really are.
That is it, folks. If we don't see you during the week, have a great week, everybody.
Yep.
Spring is in the air.
Ta-ta.